Hey there guys, this was Nater88 here, and today I'm going to be doing some Fishing Planet, doing something a little bit different than what I usually do on a Friday. I know it's a bit of a late one, but yes, I'm here with some Fishing Planet, and like I said, I thought I'd make it a little bit different. And I thought I'd try and do a bit of a stream to hopefully help some new people out if anyone's got any questions. And I will hopefully be able to answer some questions, but obviously, just in case, what I'm going to be trying to do in the live stream is I'm going to be trying to complete some of these fish species. So obviously, where they did the update quite a while ago, they put in the things, the commons, trophies, uniques, and the young, and you can get them ticked off. So I'm going to be trying to get some of these actually done without any problems. Fingers crossed. But yeah, we're going to go to Lone Star Lake, and then we'll go to Lesnar Villa, and then I'll see where we'll go from there. So obviously, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be taking my Nero 1010 with the Callisto MG 3000. Obviously, I have a fluoro 8-pound line, and I do have a titanium leader on it, which is a £3, not £3, £7, with obviously a 2-hook. I've also got my Creeker Pro 710, and the Crucian Hunter 3500 with a 8-pound test fluoro, and again a £7 titanium leader on. Obviously, I do have some of my higher end rods, but I shouldn't be using them today for the episode. So we'll get to Lone Star. And while things are loading in, I'm going to sort a few things out. So obviously, we are on the next day for me to catch some stuff. Right. So let me just do a few things because I need to get these things set up. So I do apologise on this one. Oh, that's why he's streaming. He hasn't got it, so I know which one's which. He can kill me later. That's what he can do. He can kill me later. He probably will kill me later, to be honest. Where is that? There we go. And set up here. There we go. And hello, Dr. Scroob. I still don't understand this game. Well, it's fishing, Dr. Scroob. You fish. So I'm going to come to this no, actually, I'm going to go to this location because I'm going to get my free bait for today. Because I don't think I've actually collected it yet. Nope. Right. I'll tab that out. So obviously, when you first start, you can come to this pile here, compost heap, and get some free bait. And hello to Demon Man from Team Force 2. Hey, I have returned from my far too long break from the internet. Before you ask, I am the missing. Good to be. Well, it's glad to have you back, and hopefully you enjoy yourself today, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. If you do have any questions about Fishing Planet, like rod setups or where best places to fish, I will try and answer them as best as I can. Good. And obviously, I will be using my rod stand for a bit of this. I just want to try and get a few of the fish in the areas. But yeah, if there's any questions, rod setups, probably how to get certain fish, or what's the best things to do, or how to make some easy bait coin without having to worry too much, I can easily help you on that one. So, gonna cast over here. Technically, I'm using the wrong bait, but it should be fine. I should still get a few of the fish in that area. And was it number 1 or number 2 I used? I can't remember now. It was number 1. And I'm going to add some length onto my lead here. And is it Q or Z? Let's see. Let's put some. We'll go with saline balls, and hopefully get some stuff going around here. Now, the reason why I'm fishing this spot is because I'm after some of the big mouth buffalo. Yeah. I can't deal with that thing in the corner just flashing there. It irritates me. I usually get rid of it. but obviously I don't want to get rid of all the things on there, just in case. But yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of a chill stream. I would usually stream something a bit different and a lot earlier, but I just thought I'd do some. Can you act? Can you catch a shark? A joke question, but still a decent one. You can actually get. It's a bull shark. It's on the last map. I'm not sure what the map's called, and I did not clip my line for that. I've cast it too far now. Let me bring that to 80 without snagging. It's probably one of the heaviest fish on the game. There is, I think it's called a Nile perch. That is also a pretty heavy fish. Like I say, unfortunately, I'm not actually at the level to go to that location to actually catch the bull shark, or I would go there and, go and catch one and show you. But obviously, I am doing some recordings of Fishing Planet, of all the missions, and what I'm doing is I'm using my basic rod setup and my main rod setup. My basic rod setup is the ones I've actually got out, which is my Nero 1010 and the Crucian Hunter, which get me the experience. Considering I'm a level 43, I actually get a bit more experience because I'm using a lesser rods. So I will try and get a bull shark at some point when I get to the level for that location, and I'm going to try and catch them on maybe both of my starter rods to prove the fact that I don't need a strong ass rod or DLC rod to bring a shark in. Which if I do, obviously you guys will know about because I'll have a video saying, look what I brought in on this on the weakest rod. And people are like, that's impossible. Like, here's the proof. Yes, I will probably be using a kayak or a boat to bring the bull shark in, because if I do it from the shore, I'm more than likely going to lose my rod and it'll be like, bye, have a beautiful time. Obviously, I think I used my Nero 1010 when it came to the pike slasher. If I did try and catch the pike slasher monster fish from the shore, I would have lost my rod, or the rod would have snapped. But I actually caught it with the kayak that I didn't actually have it snap my line and go bye. So I will actually try to catch a bull shark later on when I get time to get to location, because I think it's a level 75 location, and like I say, I'm level 43. So yeah, there is actually sharks, but unfortunately I'm not at the level to go to that location, or I would go there. And I think it's a bit too much cash for me to actually pay to go to that location as well, sadly. But when I do get the cash and I am at the level, I will be going there and I will be catching it. Obviously, for Fishing Planet, there will be a Christmas event come out. I think it comes out a week before Christmas, and it lasts a few days after the new year. So I will be streaming around the Christmas time like I did last year, and I will actually live stream me catching the other Christmas fish, because I don't think I caught them. But I'll also do a recording at the same time of me getting the fish, so I can actually have a video up at the same time later on. But at least I'll have it live streamed of me doing the Christmas event fish, so you guys don't have to miss out. Like last year, where I, spent like 2 or 4 hours. Well, I think it's like 3 or 4 hours streaming me getting all the fish just so I can go after the Krampus tarpon. And then I ended the stream and literally did the recording of me getting the Krampus tarpon, which was actually with the Loki rod, which I've actually got on me. But yay, Christmas! Han, Crimspus? Really, Doctor Strange? Crimspus? Now, what fish this? Is this going to be my... No, that's not strong enough yet. So a small little fish. It's a little diddler. I'm just getting enough experience. It's not going to be a lot of experience, I know, but it's still experience. Right, let me just put some different bait on. What do I have on me that might work? I don't have a lot of dough balls. Yeah, we'll go with some dough balls. I didn't clip my line. Come on, you. Float's not going down enough because it's not a strong enough fish. Lovely to know I can finally play a game where I can catch a shark. Oh, by the way, small question related to value. that's kind of released steam. Have you heard? Have you heard of Steam? I've heard of the game. Never played it, to be honest. I know there's a few. Sorry, my throat's going a bit dry. I know I've heard of Team Fortress. There's a few videos of, I think it's like little clips or animations on YouTube, which have a little bit of a story. So I have watched a bit of them. And I can bring up my Steam quickly just to make sure I am actually thinking of the right thing. Yeah, it is what I think it is. But yeah, I have heard of it, and I have had a little look at it. Um, yeah, I have had a little look. But yeah, when it comes to the shark, like I say, you have to be like level 75. The quick way of actually getting to level 75 is probably paying for, I'm going to say day pass for being a premium member, because you'll get the full amount of experience as you do. Unfortunately, not having premium means you get half the amount of experience, which is what I have. But having less experience means it takes me a bit more time and I get a bit more cash. Like I say, if I had a premium day pass, I'll get more experience, a bit more cash. But you know, you'd still have to grind a good couple of days just to get up to level 75. Best way if you want to save some money is grind the game. Do quite a few of the sport events, especially the amateur ones to start with, because that can get you some good bait coin and some free gear as well at the same time. Oh, here we go. It's not quite the fish I'm after at the minute. I guess they're not going to start biting until about 8, but that's fine. No, they're going to be eating that, are they? Okay. You eat away, fish. Just eat my baits, why don't you? Should have put that to 80 instead. Oh well, it's fine. It'll do the job. Now, it could be spinner fishing, which I think I've actually got something that might actually be able to get me a few of the fish. I'll put the medium spoon on. Now, usually when I spin a fish, I prefer to use a controller than mouse and keyboard because unfortunately I don't feel vibrations in my mouse, which makes things a little bit more difficult to know when to actually get the fish hooked. Now, with the Loki spinner rod, which I'm now using, it actually brought in the Krampus fish, Krampus tarpon, which was, I think, £79 fish in weight. So I know if I use this rod to get the actual Krampus, normal tarpon, it would bring them in. And that went in way too fast. I have to down gear on that one. Okay, let's just try and bring it in a bit slower. And because I'm using too strong of a rod, it's... Oh, this is a 4-aught hook. I won't catch a single fish with this. It's too big of a hook. I just realised that myself. From the sounds of it, you have seen, when it comes to the game, it's a cool first-person shooter with 9 classes. Game is free and fun. Hope you have time to check it out. I will check it out at some point. At the minute, I've been kind of, I'm going to say preoccupied, but busy with obviously working and trying to get a lot of recordings of some of the videos and streams that I've been doing. So yeah, quite a lot of my uploaded videos have been a little bit, well, not out as much because I'm trying to get a load of recordings done, set for the start of the new year. So when it comes to games now and recordings for uploads, I'm going to record a whole series and have them come out. At some point, I will start doing games that I haven't played or have looked into. Uh, so I probably may end up doing them games. Just at the minute, with everything I do have kind of scheduled. I'm not going to say fully scheduled because I don't know what times I start work and finish work. Then I need a bit of time to get some recordings done, play some games, hopefully get everything done without dying. Even though it's funny when I die at times. Um, but yeah, I do want to do a lot more gameplay at some point. It's just I need to get a load more recordings in and try and hopefully have them set. I know with some of my videos they can be a bit long, so I'm trying to now, if I do a recording, get the videos down to about 20 minutes. Hopefully less. Unfortunately, it means either editing some funny parts out or just editing stupid stuff or whatever. But yeah, I do plan on getting a few games, like maybe Team Fortress if Dr. Stroob's up for it, or I can get some people who want to play it. We'll have a bit of a recording of it, see how we do, and then I'll edit it, and hopefully I can get the editing done pretty well. If not, I'll just make it look absolutely horrible, and I'll just get people going, "He's an idiot." I'm like, "Yes, yes, I am." But yeah, it's more the fact that I do shooter games. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not that great unless I'm using a controller, to be honest. But yeah, mouse and keyboard, I'm not great with shooter games. Very bad. And I prove that with Halo. Surprisingly enough, I do a lot better on Halo with a controller than I do with keyboard and mouse. Actually, it's not surprising. I'm more used to controllers than keyboard and mouse, but And these fish are taking a bit of time. Now, if I would have Vamps with me on chat, but unfortunately, I think he's actually streaming something else. Let me see if I can give him a little poke ski. I say poke ski, I'll just see if he's actually there alive or not. And he is. He's live. You can play with a controller, but really not recommended since spy and sniper becomes useless. Well, usually when it comes to shoot games, I am pretty good at a sniper with trick shots. I do stupid shots with a controller. Normal shots I can sometimes hit, but usually if I'm sniping, it has to be a stupid shot, and I just get it out of nowhere. I'm like, I did not expect to do that, and sometimes I just completely and utterly miss. It's like I said, Halo was one shooter game I played. Obviously, I've played Fortnite, done a few videos before I actually live streamed. Me, the guys, my friends, we used to snipe quite a bit, and we used to have competition with who got the longest snipe. And I think I've actually got the longest, which is 312 meters away. Now, obviously, at 300 meters, you don't see the people, but obviously, we saw them and they were running. And I estimated where they were at the 300-meter mark, so I just got them right and killed them because I was the last person in the fight, and I actually downed and killed them. I was like, yay! My friends were quite annoyed with that. They've tried to beat me. I think the closest we've had so far is 296 meter distance shot. But yeah, I just wish I had recorded that years ago. Well, when I did it years ago, and it was like, nah, I got video proof now, but I don't have that, unfortunately. Or I would actually have that out for you guys. Saying that, I do miss the old Fortnite map, the original one. I really do miss it. But it's going to be interesting when they bring up the next update, which comes out, I think, later on today. Obviously, because it's now a Saturday, they should have the new chapter come out today or fortnight. So that'll be kind of interesting. But will I do any live streams or gameplay of it? I have no idea. It really does depend if I get friends to join me for it, or if there's people I know who is up for playing it, and if I'm not busy with other things. But yeah, like I say, I'm fine playing shooter games. I'm just not the greatest. I just prefer to have a laugh and prat around a bit. Some people just get a bit too serious and like, oh, you got to do this. I'm like, no, I want to do my own thing. I want to be weird. Because it's much more fun being weird. Oh, lovely. I know I have been playing as a sniper in other games with a controller, but let's see, I've been getting used to mouse. Hopefully, I'll be able to join in a server you're in. Yeah, like I say, if when I do get TF2, obviously I will be trying to hopefully find people to be able to join me for it. I was going to say I do have a Discord, which should be in the links in the description. So if you want to join that, you can. When I start doing anything that's a multiplayer game, more based where I'm going to need more people, I will hopefully, I'm saying hopefully, I will put up a little bit of a notification of when I plan to do recordings of that. If I do live streams, it'll be a lot easier because I will say to people, if you want to join, please come and join. But as you know, most of my streams are mostly Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays. Any recordings, it's usually when I'm not streaming. So whenever I get to do a recording, I will put a notification out on Discord if I remember to, or if I'm actually looking for people to come and join me and be like, hey, would like some people to join me to play this game. I need people, help. So yeah, the only thing I would say to people if they do join me is obviously, they'd mind their language on that part, but obviously most people would hopefully know that. Right, that's going to be a bigger fish because that's ready going. Yeah, it's a bit bigger, but it's still not strong enough. And that's another bluegill. Like I say, these fish are pretty much easy ones to get. Let's put a bit more length. Let's go to say 80. 80 should be good enough. Let's get rid of that bit. So Lone Star is always a bit slow to start with. I'm not worried about it. Gives me a bit more time to be able to speak to you guys and look at the chat. But yeah, like I say, when it comes to multiplayer games, shooters, I will be asking people to come and help me. I do at some point plan. Don't quote me on this. I really don't know when I plan to do this. I might do some more Among Us at one point or another. Obviously, I play on PC, but I think I might do recordings. There may be a good 20 episodes worth of recordings. Hopefully little funny bits, and hopefully a good enough amount of us in chat. So instead of us having to type the things in, we could just speak and go, such and such. I just don't know how to work that part. So obviously there's like the what was it, proximity chat. That's the word I'm trying to look for. So if somebody actually does know about how that works, we'll try and maybe have something like that set up with a good amount of us to do, like Among Us, proximity chat, and stuff like that. And with that chapter 1 map, I relate hard. By the way, sorry with bombarding you with words. Anyways, with the TF2 server, do community servers, mainly scale servers. Oh, and one last thing, I have never played Among Us. It's fine. When it comes to TF2, I will probably be doing playing on public servers. Like I said, I've not played the game, so setting up a community server, if it ends up costing me, I really can't afford to do that. You know, unless we find a server that we can just go into and be able to play it that way. No, the fish gave up. Fish, are you going to bite or are you going to stop? Thank you. So, yeah, like I say, I was given Among Us as an example. I know I want to try and get back into Sea of Thieves, and if Dr. Scroob hears that, he'll be like, "Oh, what? What's about Sea of Thieves?" Obviously, Sea of Thieves you can play on Xbox and PC, so there's cross-play with that. So hopefully, I can find some people and be in chats with them and do that. Unfortunately, I've had some bad experience with Sea of Thieves. As much as I don't want to have to go back to it, I do want to finish off the series, even the recordings. So I do want to do some live streams of it just to get the storyline finished. So again, that's another thing I'd like to do. Will I be able to do Sea of Thieves is another matter and issue. Because I know I've got a load of people asking me to try and do a few different games. It's just more of having the time to do them. Here we've got the white crappie. Come on, where are my smallmouth buffalo? I'm not using too big of a hook because it's a 2 hook. I could go as small as an 8 hook, but then it might take a bit longer. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they're on a different time scale than me. That's why they're getting the smallmouth buffalo for. What was I thinking of? But yeah, there's games like Gran Turismo. I know it's more of a solo player game. I do have to get back into doing some of them recordings and hopefully get them out, or me just going against NPCs. If I went against players, it would be a bit more difficult because I'll just lose all the time. Main reason why I'm recommending scale community servers is because in official servers you have to pay for something, and weapons and cosmetics are restricted, but scale servers have weapon plugins. That's good to know. You have to pay. It's another one of these pay-to-win games. Well, it's pay-to-win games. It irritates me. No offense to anyone who plays it. It's just pay-to-win games are just like, why? A game should be fun, not, oh, you have to spend X amount of money just so you can win. That's just stupid. Sorry. I blame Fortnite with all that, though. Just because they put skins in, you had to pay for them. Which one's that? Is that number 1 or number 2? I think that's number 1. It's one of my 2 rods. Come on, fish. There we go. The bell's not gone, therefore it's not actually biting. God dang it. Oh, I hate it when it sticks with that yellow marker. Let me get rid of that. It's irritating me now. I've got to keep it up. So I always like to keep them up just in case you get somebody who's asking a question on the game. And you get people who just be swearing in the game instead. Okay, now I get a smallmouth buffalo. Come on. Gotta switch, gotta switch, gotta switch. Alright, bring the lighter one of the two fish in. Don't you dang well there go on my other rod. There should be a smallmouth buffalo if I'm not mistaken. Smallmouth buffalo, awesome. I was after you. Right, hang on, I'll just look at the message in just a second. Just recast quickly. And of course pick the same rod because that's the number 2 rod. Don't you stop bleeping on me. I just casted you out a second ago. Before you start going off. Right, yeah, but the minimum is £1 or $1. After that, you can get random drops such as weapons and cosmetics. Isn't needed. My backpack will be extended, and you can chat box, voice chat, and voice commands. Ready? Okay, if the game's free, I guess it's not too bad then, just for paying that, but sorry, it's just one of them things, you know, if you paid for a game and then it's like paid to win, it's annoying. If you get a game that's free, it's a bit annoying when it's a pay to win scenario. You know, if it was paid to get like cosmetics, you know, it's fine. It's just, you know, oh, if you want to play on this server, you've got to pay. It's like, really? Why? It might be a free game, fine. I understand they need to make money. Just, sorry, it's just one of the little irritations that I have. It doesn't make sense. If you want to charge people for getting the game in the first place, charge them from the start. Don't say it's free, and then say you got paid to do whatever. It's weird. Instead, why not say, oh, you've got to pay this when you get the game? It'd make a lot more sense. It's like if I said, was it Final Fantasy? I think it's 14. You pay for the game, but then you have to pay a subscription to play the game online. It's like, but I've paid for the game. Why do I need to pay to play online when I paid for the game? It's weird. But it's the way some companies are these days, though, which is a bit of a... Oh, I almost lost that. You're a little diddler, that's why. What are you? Ah, greenfish. Green sunfish, I should say. Everything seems to be taking my salamine balls. I don't like that. Maybe I should put red worms on that instead. Oh well. So I've still got to go after pickerel and a smallmouth bass. No, white. Is it white bass? Whichever, the fish are over in that location anyway, behind that person there. Oh god. Weird names people have. I mean, you don't really have to pay because stock is amazing in the game, but you will be missing out on communication. Lucky us, we got community servers. By the way, I do relate with that situation. Yeah, I know some people will agree with me that I understand where some developers do certain things. You know, say you go, oh, you get this by paying for it. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. It's just when it's like, oh, you know, it's paid to win. It's more like, what's the point of playing the game then if it's paid to win? I remember most people will hate me for saying this, but when Fallout 76 was supposed to come out, it was supposed to be unlimited stash. Now they said they were only going to put a restriction during the test part of the game and maybe for the first year. It's understandable. They need to see how their game hones the stability of loot. And then you get people glitching in infinite amounts of items in their storage, and they don't unlock the actual limit. They then make it paid for the unlimited stash on scrap, which irritates me. Because it's like, hold on, you promised it, and then you turned your back on it. which irritates the hell out of me. It's just like, why would you now do this all of a sudden? You know, make a character have weight limit. Absolutely fine. When you're going to promise the storage, make sure you promise the storage is exactly as the limit you say. Don't then turn around and go, we're not going to speak about it, we're now going to charge you for it. And Fallout 76 is the best example of developers going back on their words. You know, if I said about 7 Days to Die, you know, I know Telltale were the one fault for console players, and I feel really bad for console players. Even I still am waiting for an update for 7 Days to Die for console. And obviously, fun pimps are just dragging their feet instead of just going, look, we had this update saved, which was supposed to come out for console players because this is what was promised. And when they re-released their game, they promised, you know, certain things on their game, and then they turn around and go, oh, somebody's got the wrong information. It's like, well, no, because that's what you actually had sent out to the people to actually have your game come out on consoles. And it's like, are you being complete and total about it? It's just irritating. But yeah, that's my number 2-1. That's my belt. There we go. Now we've got a fish on. I'm really getting some low-end fish here. And that is a sunfish. Awesome. Little diddler. Right, let me just quickly check, see how many fish I've actually got. I've still got a trophy bluegill to get, catfish to get, pickerel to get. A trophy sunfish, okay. Oh, it's a spotted bass and a trophy white crappie, okay. Well, we'll try and get these today, hopefully, in the stream. Let's go for some... Where's my red worms? Seems I've got 613. Ah, yes. Well, Bethesda is like the better EA, but worse ID Software. ID Software made Doom 1993 to Doom Eternity. It's just glitch luck when it comes to Uh, I got to say Bethesda. You know, don't get me wrong. They bring out good games. They just really do let themselves down with the games being buggy, glitchy, and problems. You know, fine. It takes them what? How long it take them to actually make the game a bit better to what it is now? What, 2, 3 years just to improve it? And it's like, okay, we understand that before you let the game out, you did a beta test for people who pre-ordered it. Fine, but then don't say that the beta version was the actual version that came out on release. You know, have something that people are like, yes, now we can enjoy the game more because it has more in it when it got fully released. Not go, oh, here's the beta test, but you already have everything there. It's just we're testing the servers. You could turn around and say, we're holding a few things back because we want you guys to be able to test the servers to the best of its ability, and then we'll give you the extra content at the end. Which is kind of like, why would you do that? Because I know a lot of us who did the beta for Fallout 76 were disappointed when the game fully got released because it had nothing different. And it took them 3 years to put a DLC part in for free. That was annoying when they did that. I was like, why? But some would say, hey diddly ho. No surprise there. I'm finally getting somewhere with this fish. Right, I will have to move locations and hopefully get some catfish. I'm pretty sure my channel catfish is usually aimed over there, so we'll have to move spots in a minute. We'll catch a few more fish and hopefully catch that channel catfish. Probably have to wait a bit. Obviously, I can always fast forward time for it. But like I say, if anyone has any questions about the game, whether it's to somehow get some free Bitcoin early on, or rod setups, I am more than happy to help. Like I say, just here trying to get some of the basic fish. So many people are here. Let's see. It's not. What? Only 2 other people? 1, 2. Okay. No one else here? Okay, there's only 2 people on the map. Yeah, apparently there's another person somewhere on the map. No idea where though. Let's have a look. I don't know. Some people. Some people in their chats, parts, I don't know. I mean, Fallout 76 for sure never had the charm of Fallout 4, which I do agree on. I mean, you got DLCs that sent you to amazing adventures. Very true. Like Nuclear World. Nuclear World, sorry, my pronunciation was wrong on that one. Where you got a character based on someone who enjoyed Fallout 4, but died due to. Where you got a character based on someone who enjoyed Fallout 4, but died due to bloody hell. Yeah, I played out Fallout 4 quite a lot, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the building concept. You know, you had no restrictions on your build limit. Well, you did, but you could glitch your build limit to be a lot more. And I actually did that without realising it until about 5 years. Then I watched YouTube and saw that there was actually a glitch to extend your build limit. I was like, oh, I did that without realising it. I was like, whoops. Luckily, I never had done it to extent that it could actually crash the game, thankfully. But yeah, the Fallout 4, I would have said just the better version. I know a load of people are going to say New Vegas is better out of all the Fallout games. I'm going to say Fallout 4 because I've not played New Vegas. This is where people go, what? You've never played it? I have it for the PS3, but no, I haven't played it. I haven't had time to play it. I will at some point. When? I have no idea. But I do have it to play, so I will play at one point. Unfortunately, to actually stream it would be a bit impossible on the PS3, so I'd probably have to get on PC to be able to stream it. And I don't want to do that. I could, but I just really would have the problem of having to get that game as well and play it. And it's like, yeah, I probably think enough people have played that game for people to know what's going on, and I have no clue about it. So, yeah. But yeah, I do enjoy them games. It's quite a load of games I actually do want to do recordings and play. It's just sometimes the recordings will be a lot longer than what I'd like. So I might have to do live streams of them, but I'm trying to organise my live streams a bit better so they're out a bit easier. Oh yeah, got a mod for no limit on buildings. On the subject of mods, Fallout 4 and New Vegas have amazing mods. Fallout 4 have amazing gun mods, and New Vegas has working cars as a mod. Wow. Like I said, I've never played New Vegas, so I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest. I guess there was no vehicles in New Vegas. Well, there was no vehicles in Fallout 4, and definitely not in probably New Vegas. But if they've actually put in cars that actually work in New Vegas, you know, congrats on the moderators for actually doing that. And hopefully the people have been enjoying their mods for the vehicles. Be interesting to see. The Fallout 4, yes, I know about the gun mods. I've actually played quite a lot of Fallout 4. I've actually done quite a few of the DLCs and played. And I actually checked out a few of the mods, not all of them. But yeah, I do admit the guns for that is amazing what they did with them. I'm guessing there is some mods for the build limits. I think that's more PC based though. I think consoles, if you do exceed a certain limit, even with a mod, your game does really perform badly. PCs can handle it a bit better because the mods are there for the space a bit more. That's a general piece of knowledge that I do know. But yeah, you can get mods for different things for the games because obviously with the internet they actually have people still modding the games and bringing out different mods for them. Which, to be honest, you know, the people who are still working on them games and modding them, you know, my hats are off to them. It would be interesting to see if they did something which was completely different. Somehow they changed the whole world on the map. Don't know how, but just changed everything a bit. Maybe make yourself be one of the creatures instead, and all the monsters that were actually in the world are actually humans, and that all the humans are actually monsters. Something weird like that. I think somebody probably would do a mod like that just to mix things up, and people go, "Hold on, you're a Deathclaw and you're growing with age," and something stupid. I know it seems weird to say that out loud, but or the fact that you're having to be a monster to out survive the humans and kill them, and get yourself leveled up so you can actually do more damage to them, and maybe even kill the actual lone wanderer. It would be weird and stupid. But saying that, when it comes to, because obviously the reason why they brought out Fallout 76 as a multiplayer is because a load of people wanted to play multiplayer on Fallout 4, and I think New Vegas a bit, and how they came up with Fallout 76 to be a multiplayer was the reason why they did it as a multiplayer instead of a single player game. I would have liked if you could have the choice of being online or solo, or have it where you just had friends with you instead of having to pay for a private world, which, no offense, they didn't do correctly because other people could still get into your world, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. People were paid so much for their own worlds, and yet other people are still joining them who aren't friends. And you think, well, no duh, they definitely messed up on the coding on that one. Which I just think is just hilarious how they done it. But yeah, like I say, my hats are off to them people. You should really check out Fallout 4 gun mods these days. Went from 1 to 100 in quality and fun. Like the XM4, the Modern Warfare minigun, it's a mess. As you can indeed become any creature like the. Oh wow! I'm actually surprised. I didn't think that I had actually added a mod like that. Deathclaw. By the way, I'm sure there is some mod to kill the Soul Survivor. There probably is. Like I said, I haven't played Fallout 4 in. Oh God, how long has it been? I'm gonna say 8 years. Last time I played it, me and my friend were talking about. I think it was the one where we went to the next location. There was Nuke World, and I think it's Fairs Harbor. I got the Fairs Harbor DLC. Didn't go to location. I just did a lot of the Nuka Cola world, or Nuka Cola plant. I hadn't even got past a certain part of the game. I was like, yeah, I'll go over here. Do what I need there. Came back, became friends with Preston. He wasn't happy with me because I was a raider. Retook over all my locations, and I hadn't even done any of the storyline. I was like, oops. I get to a certain point in Fallout 4, and I just cannot get past a certain point in the game. It's not that I don't try; it really irritates me, and it really hits home a bit on certain personal parts. I'm like, yeah, I can't do anymore, and it really annoyed me when you find out about your kids, and you're like, seriously, you've done this to me, you buggers. I was really annoyed about it. Holly Nuclear Wastelands. You should see the mods these days. By the way, your earphone just disconnected, so it may take a while before I can hear you again. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's alright. Like I say, I'm just waiting for the fish. I really should ask if there's people on who's looking at. People aren't putting messages on that bit either. Well, I'm surprised the fish are going this slow. I say that, and then they start biting. For about 5 seconds. Do we get a bigger trophy? Or do we get a bigger bluegill? Nope, we get a small diddler. Why? Let me have a look at my time scale on this. Oh, I'm not going to be hitting the peaks of them anyway till a bit later on. Okay, makes sense. Okay, where do I want to try and, you know what? Seeing as this is taking a bit of time, I'm going to move locations, see if I can get a channel catfish. You know, people are like, why would you want to go for the channel catfish? Because I can. Now, I know with the catfish, they're more nighttime fish at this location, but sometimes they will bite in the daytime. It's more at night times they bite, but, you know, we're still going to try. I've still got to try now. Let's go around here. Well, I am actually surprised. Where is everyone? Are they all just left? Apparently there's me and another person. Where's this other person on the map? They're AFK in the lobby, that's why. Okay. That makes sense. Right, let me see. Where is my pet food? I did remember to bring my pet food. Yes, I did. Right, so if I remember rightly, just unclick that. I aim around... there's my point of view. There. So there's a little bit of lilies there. That's always been my point of reference, if I remember rightly, to aim for. Slot 2. And I need to go for slot 2 for the Nero. And I need to change my bait to red worms. Where are they? Red worms, where are you? There you are. Now what I can do is reduce the weight of that line of that. That was 60. I should really just cast around here. I should be fine. So unclip that quickly. I should still get the smallmouth, the white bass come through. Not all the time, but sometimes they do. Now, I'm not expecting the channel catfish to bite easily, but I do expect the white bass to bite a bit more often. And then hopefully we'll go for some channel catfish. Hopefully. But yeah, these fish can always be a little bit fun. But some people get shocked when they see a high level player on a low level area, like, what is they doing? Ah, why would they come here? Easy. Usually I've run out of cash and that's why I come here. Oh, is that my channel catfish? No. It's not. It's another bluegill. Why? Oh no, surrender sunfish. Okay. I'm happy to keep you then. Let's try again. If not, I'll have to cast a bit more deeper. There we go. Well, let's get these fish in and hope for the best. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Come on, I want to get some of these fish off my list. Technically, I could use my spinner rod, but it means set up the right thing. What do I have? Which is... That's a one-hot hook. That might get grass pickerel in a bit easier. I guess I can always cast it out over there. It's not going to do that well. Okay, let's just do that. Even though the rods are way overpowered. Just a bit of stop and go with it. And that is a bass. Spotted bass. Is that the only... Oh, no, it was supposed to be a white bass. Or was... No, it's the spotted bass I was after, wasn't it? Doy. I'm an idiot. Oh well. I should have brought the elemental. I could have casted further. Oh well. And oh, did I get it? I got horn wart. Don't need that. They're fine. That's chain pickerel. Finally, I got it reconnected, but it's only at 20%, so I will be charging it soon. That's all right. So just trying to get some, hopefully get a chain pickerel. That's what I'm hoping to get around here. And I missed it. Oh no, that was the miss actually that time, I think, or was it because I was going to get snagged? Don't worry, I know I've got two rods behind me. I'm just waiting to hear the buzzer go off, then I can just literally go back and go whoop. And I know what I'm using is not the greatest lure because it's not got the weight for the rod, so I'm casting very short. I'm trying to get grass pickerel on this area is going to be very annoying, and that was a bass. Can't believe I missed that one. Oh, it happens though. Quick question that I just thought of. Have you ever played Doom? I have back in my youth. I know they do have it on Steam. Um, I don't. I am thinking about getting it. I'm just not sure how well I will do on it. The question is, would I live stream it where everyone's going to go, "What an idiot are you?" or do I do recordings of it where you all comment going, "You're an idiot"? I don't know which one would be better. Um, but yes, I have played Doomed. I've also played Duke Nukem back in the days, and this is back in the Sega days. Trust me, I've played them. I missed that one. See, I'm better with controller than I am with mouse and keyboard before. There's a go on. No, it's not going to do it. No. So I look away, look back, and it's like, okay, you're not going to be doing what I think you're going to do. But yeah, I have played Doom, like I said, in the past. I like Duke Nukem. Um, so yeah, it's more of a, if I do get it, do I stream it or do recordings of it? So it's more of a question of which one. And that was a snag. Saying that, I need to do 100 snags on this location anyway. I think I've done like 20. Or close to 20, I think. I'm not sure now. But, yeah. Oh, you gonna... Now I'm snagged again. I can easily snag. See, hold on, what? You gonna go off or not? Lovely to know. By the way, I don't mind if you're bad at Doom. I am very bad at the classic games, but Doom Eternal is easy. Mainly because it's more fast paced. Yeah, I like looking at every nook and cranny to see if I can find extra weapons and that lot and anything else. Um, so that's how come I can be pretty bad at it. And I will literally run out of ammo. I've had friends say to me, "How on earth have you done certain things?" And then, "Have you just run out of ammo?" I'm like, "This is me we're talking about, right?" And they're like, "But how? It's physically impossible to run out of ammo." I'm like, "Well, I just done it." See, I just got snagged again. Um, aren't I supposed to keep some of these stuff? I can't remember. Are you going to start beeping? Are you still going to start? No? Okay. See, it wants to start doing it, and then it goes, nope. And I think that float rod's snagged. It wants to go off, but it doesn't go off. It's annoying. But yeah, like I was saying, when it comes to like stuff like Doom, it's more of a question of, do I want to live stream it or do recordings? I do have plans to do it. I'm just not sure of which way to go around on doing it. Mostly because I know it's just going to be absolutely hilarious me just doing it, and people are just going to be like, why? How are you so stupid? I'm like, it's just funny. It's more for the laugh factor, really. Right, did we get a trophy? No, we didn't, but we still got a render sunfish. Right, I'm going to have to aim my location over there. See if I can get in the deeper spots. And I'm going to recast you because you do not seem to be... I'm going to leave you there. And I'm going to bring you out. And I'm going to go over here. Well, let's just put it this way. I can run out of ammo in the first bit. And my friends say, how you got this weapon and run out of ammo so early in the game? I'm like, because I have. But then again, I do start shooting at stupid things like the walls. I remember, was it Duke Nukem? You used to be able to just jump through certain places and be like, here we are, and it's like a hidden area for something stupid. You're like, okay, now what? It's just much more funny. But yeah, and I got snagged again. See, I should have brought my elemental. I wouldn't have got snagged as much with this. But it passed the time, so I'm actually doing something with my hands. But yeah, it's I've played some. Bugger, I missed that one. That wasn't a snag that time. That was a snag. But where's you should just put on a one spin. But it won't get off the ground. But yeah, like I said, there's a few games I need to try and get back into. Oh, bugger. Oh, it's the wrong one. No, other one, other one, other one, other one, other one. Yoink! And it's now a bluegill. God dang it. Right, what's my depth on this? Right, let's just throw you over there. I don't care where I'm throwing you, you're just going over there. Let's replace you back in the right spot. Okay. Do you know of the secret area in E1M1? If we're on about Doom, I'm going to say no because I haven't played that in I'm going to say centuries, to be honest. And if you're on about Duke Nukem, again, I'm going to say no. Like I say, I haven't played them games in ages, so for me to remember a name of a location is just insane. There's certain things I can remember of some games, and certain games I can remember. Others, it's just like, no. Come on, fish, bite. No. Okay, let's go for... Sorry, didn't mean to yawn. Eat. Let's do a slow straight. Whenever it goes to a straight, I'll get something biting. No, that interfered with it. There is white crappies on it. I thought there were. God dang it. Which one's going off? Neither of them. God damn it. Well, lovely to know. If you ever live stream Doom 1993. Oh, sorry, let me just quickly get this so I can actually reel in. and want to converse ammo while finding good loot, then I'm your drunken Scotsman. When I mean drunken Scotsman, I mean demo man. It's fine. Oh dear. Trust me, if I wanted to say drunk, well, I know a few drunken Scotsmen. Um, Trust me, I played with them. Um, but yeah, it's. Oh, God, are you kidding me? See, I go out my way to try and get a fish. Oh, is this the catfish? Yeah, it should be. Well, that way, it should be the channel catfish. Oh, now you can wait your turn. And that's the catfish. Huh, did I just get another catfish? Oh my, what the heck? No, this can't be a catfish. Bass, maybe? White crappie. Is that a white crappie? That is a white crappie, isn't it? Yay, and it's a trophy. We needed one of them. Right, let me see what else I need to get out of the list now. So we've got 3 more to try and get. So we've got a trophy reindeer sunfish to get. We've got grass pickerel to try and get. And we got a trophy bluegill to get. Thanks, game. Make the game even more impossible to try and do. Let's see. Let me change my hook. I'll go for an. Is it an 8? No. Go for a 1. And again, I'm going to go for a 1. Now, with. You know what? That should be fine. You know what? That should be absolutely dang fine. If I go for 1s, they should just get. Now that I'm looking at the UI, this game is for sure complex as all fishes. Yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong button. What they tried to do is make the fish be exactly the same as they would be. Well, for the game, they made the fish act exactly the same, so you can actually have moments where you just can't catch at all. Obviously, the closer to the peak of the game, or for the peak of the day for the game of when you're playing it, is a more likely chance to get trophy and unique fish. Certain locations you can get a spot where you can get that fish constantly no matter what you do. It's usually about a 5-10 minute grace period. It really does depend. Sometimes you might go to a location, you'll do absolutely fantastic with the feeder. Next time you go there, it's crap. And you'll do better with a float or a spinner rod. So, you know, the game does have them varieties where it's going to go, yay! We're going to bite for you for this location. And yet someone else can get them a lot easier at another one. I know that, was it me and Vamps, was it 2 years ago? We had a little bit of contest between ourselves, and I only just beat him by 1 fish by the time the timer stopped. And we had our rods set up, we were only allowed to use certain things, and we actually had our own little mini competition against each other. And I think that's the Everglades we did it at. We actually do need to try and do more of them fish offs again at some point, but obviously I'll be playing on PlayStation, because he only has it on PlayStation, unfortunately, for Fishing Planet. So yeah, I'd be interested to try and get some of them done again. But yeah, sometimes for this game you'll see people actually glitching themselves, so they can actually be floating in spots which you normally would not be able to get onto. I've seen a person just start the game and he was floating in the middle of the lake, and it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be using cheats to get into the middle of the lake just to catch a fish with a star rod. You know, and it's like, why would you want to cheat? Especially on a game like this, you know, it's free. The only thing you have to pay for, if you want, is DLC rods. You know, and get them a lot earlier than what you would normally. And is that me? Or was that a little frog on the lily pad there? There is a little frog. Unfortunately, it's not ribbiting. Hmm. Um, sorry, I just noticed that at the corner of my eyes. Like, what is that? It is a frog. Weird. bite's going off. But yeah, when it comes to feeders, I have to listen for the bell more than the bite alarm. Because if the bell's not going, I haven't got a bite on the feeder rod, which can be a bit annoying. And the fact I'm actually trying to go after certain fish is more annoying because I should just be... It's fine. Let's cast over there now. Try and move my rod around a little bit. But at least you don't get your rods tied up on this game. We found the frog, yeah. It was the frog. The frog did it. It's always the frog's fault. Read it. If I catch it, can I actually use it as bait? No. Dang it. Do they have anything in the normal thing here? Nah, they're still having all that lot. Still there from earlier. You know what? Now, usually when I am playing Fish Planet, I'm not streaming this. I actually do ask the question. Yeah. Just to see how everyone's doing, see if anyone has any troubles with the game. Like I said, I like to help. If I go to the main lobby, you just get people who are speaking a different languages half the time, even though I say English. And it's more of a, okay, I don't understand what's going on, and people just use some really bad language. But sometimes you get people who have not played the game and they don't know how to actually speak, or they have to go to the lobby. I think a few of them have actually had to do. But yeah, all you have to do is hit tab to actually bring that up, and then enter, and then write your message, and that's it. But that's just me. And it's more of a waiting game with the fish. Come on, fish, just bite on my lines. I know I should have brought the elemental. I could have fished a lot better. Yeah, it's just a very long, weird name. No, it's fine. What is the best spot for bass? I think it's supposed to be best. Oh, what is bait for spotted bass? I'm an idiot. I think he said bait. Dang it, I have to double check. I definitely read that wrong. Hold on. Another catfish. Oh, what is bait for spotted bass? Sorry. That's what they asked. Okay, well. What did I get him on? No, that is a spotted bass. Okay, what did I catch mine on? I know I caught a spotted bass today. Where is it? Where's my spotted bass? Oh, I did spinner, didn't I? Oops. um. Huh. You know, I need to think about that now. Spotted bass. If I really want to get spotted bass, what would I actually use? Let's have a look at the information. Shiners, minnows, natural eggs. Small mouth. Cool food. It's a bottom feeder. Nice. Red worm should be fine. No, I've not done it in a long time. Let's actually let me guess do this. Seem as I have the gear on me. It seems I'm stupid enough to actually try and give advice. I might as well actually do it myself, ain't I, really? Right. So, let's just downgrade this. Let's go for 60. Let's aim for about there. On the bridge, aim south. That's what I'm doing. Go for that. And now I need to change my bait. Let's see. So I could do natural eggs, but I'm not after that. I'm actually after. Yeah, see, I don't really want to have to use that. I need to use these up more. And you know what? I'm going to aim for that spot over there. And obviously I'm an idiot because I hit it into the wrong slot. Doy. Yeah, since I am the man who comments without stop, I shall recommend a channel before you pay. Uncle Dane. Soundsmith. Oh, and got crappy. It's not a long list. So I have watched a few people play it, and I got snagged. Of course, I get snagged. God dang it! That should be the best spot for it. Right, let me just go over here. And of course I get snagged. Oh, no, that's a fish. And that's the spot bass. Yeah, I just spinner rods more than anything else. I didn't bring a casting spoon, did I? Me getting a spotted bass is going to be a little bit harder. I should get spotted bass on redworms, I swear. Seems to be getting crappies more than anything else. Okay, let's just quickly go back to this one and see if we can get this dang thing. Come on, grass pickerel, where are you? No, chain pickerel, where are you? I'm having to use it's too strong a rod, which I shouldn't be using. I should have brought my elemental. Because my elemental will be able to cast, and I won't be having to reeling as strong. And of course, I've got pondweed again. Oh no, it was lily this time. By the way, since I am the man who never stops commenting, since I have too much on my mind, how long are you planning the stream to be? If it don't make sense, don't question it. To be honest, I'm not sure on how long I'm planning to stream. I was gonna say maybe 2 hours, or till I get this area completed on the fish in the area. Like I said, I do want to try and answer some people's questions about, if people need help with the game itself. If I actually get any people who need any help with it, which I don't think I'm going to get too much of, which I'm kind of surprised. Usually I don't actually get people asking different things in the games. Okay, weird. But yeah, if I say as a general rule of thumb, I'm going to say about 2 hours, maybe 3. It's just a rough idea. Again, like I said, I just want to try and get, what was it, 3 fish I need to try and get still? Yeah. So obviously it's a trophy bluegill, which is going to be a pain. Grass pickerel, I should be able to get, I could use small minnows. I just really don't want to have to use them. You know what? Where's my rod? Which one is it? It's number 2? Ah, it is. Do I have small minnows on me? Should have small minnows. Where are you? There we go. Go for a small minnow. This will make my job a little bit. Don't you stop going off. Go for about 60. We'll aim for about there-ish. Like I said, the other 2 fish are going to be a little bit tricky because it's more of the size, but if needs be, I'll go to Les Novella because I can just fish for carp a lot easier. And also, don't worry about the grammar. My grammar's worse. And that went without a hitch. Oh, yes, there's my grass pickerel, I hope. Was that the bass? That's the bass. Okay. Where's my thing gone? There it is. I really can't tell it. No, it's because I usually held on the cursor, that's why. Got control for the cursor. And I did just get, yeah, I got a small bass and a spot bass. Yeah, I need to get a chain pickerel. Pain my rear end. Here we go. And there's my chain pickerel. Oh, grass pick. Is it grass pickerel I needed? Apparently so. Okay. Let me change this back to. Where's my? There we go. Pet food. Let's bring this one in. I don't care if I end up wasting the. I've got plenty of red worms. Boink it up. Don't get snagged. Awesome. Which is back down. And change it there. Right. Okay. I need to find. Now let's go to that time scale. Forward time. There we go. Now we're on the peak time. And I'm going to go over to the spot over this side. Trust me, I'm terrible. You know, I am just absolutely terrible at pronunciations, even grammar, even writing. I'm horrible at. So yeah, I'm terrible for it all. Right, let's try. My bait's actually going to get anything. We'll soon find out. If I don't catch anything for a bit, I'll just call this area almost a pass. It's technically I just need to go for 2 trophy fish, and it's just going to take time because you need to just hope for the best and you have everything correct. I know with the rendered sunfish I should have gone for a 2-hock instead. Not worried about it. But I've already got what, £22 worth, almost £23 worth of fish in my net, so it's a bit of cash, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, like I say, my grammar's bad, and I'm British. My spelling's even worse. So yeah, it's terrible for me. You know, sometimes I can't even read words. or even spell anything at times. I just have days where I'm like, yeah, not happening. My brain's like, nope. Sometimes I'll look at words like if I said the word grammar, my brain could just go, what's grammar? And I've had it a few times where people have said stuff and they've said a word, I should know what it means, and I just don't. My brain just cannot comprehend the word. I'm like, what does this word even mean? So it's one of them things I have. And did that person leave? No, they didn't leave, so they didn't get anything there. Okay. Hmm. Ah, they're over there. That's why. Okay. Which one? Was it number one or number two? I don't know. It's one of the rods, and I guess my hook's too big for it all. Oh well. What I should have done was different. Oh well. Not like I'm going to get anything from here. I might, but I won't get anything too big or too crazy because I can't cast that far. I hate school, so I can't really say much. Or maybe it's just Poland's schools, because by the time you're in year 9, you would probably be in college. No. Yeah, trust me, if I try to learn any other language, I just can't do it. I learned French when I was at school, and I have trouble even speaking it, or even just saying a few of the words. I can't remember half the stuff that I learned. And I actually spent a lot of time trying to practice to know what words meant. Can't keep it in. But that's just me. I'm not a linguistic ling, ling, I'm not a language person. Let's just put it that way. I can't speak other languages. It's too difficult for me to do. Yeah, there's people I know who could speak other languages. I'm like, shut up, show offs. I could have a book, start reading it from a book on certain things, and that'll be it. But I still will get the pronunciation wrongs, and I'll get people going, "That's wrong. You pronounce it wrong." I'm like, well, it just looks like that because that's the way it's spelled. Some people will say, "What's we got this one in on?" What we got here? This is it's a reindeer sunfish. Okay, it's not the level I need it at though. Come on. Right, let me cast around here. Might get a bit more bites around here. We'll try for another, I'll say 12 minutes. If I don't catch any more of the trophies, I'll go to Lesnar Villa or do a bit of fishing there. See if we can try and get that list ticked off a bit more. Um, but yeah, what was it I was saying? Yeah, there's I know people would pronounce they'll say jalapenos or jalapenos, but for me it's jalapenos because the J is not silent, and I have an argument with that with a lot of people. I says, since when in English did we ever get told that J is a silent letter? It's not silent. It's pronounced jalapenos instead of jalapenos, because to me the J is not silent. It's obviously schools teach you that there's never a J silent. Well, how can it be a silent J? I know people go, but the J is silent. Not in my vocabulary, it's not. Not the way I was taught. You've seen it right for sure. Yeah, well, like I say, jalapenos, it says there's a J, and yet everyone else says jalapenos. I'm like, it's not jalapenos, it's jalapenos because there is a J in it. If it was in another country, yes, fine, I can understand why they pronounce it that way because that's the way their language is. But, for people in Britain, you pronounce the J. The J is not silent. And no offense to anyone who does do it as jalapenos instead of jalapenos. It's just, for me, it's jalapenos because it's not a silent J. And most people in Britain will say it is actually silent. And it's not. It's like, there is one actual other thing. It's like if you mention Doctor Who, and people are like, hold on, what's he going to drop knowledge on now? Now, if anyone's watched the original Doctor Who, the black and white version, the old version, now everyone says Daleks. It's not Daleks, it's Daleks. If you read the writing and you hear them say it for the first time, it's Daleks, not Daleks. Which is absolutely hilarious. And the only reason why it got called Daleks is because someone on Blue Peter couldn't pronounce Daleks. Which is absolutely hilarious because everyone says Daleks and it's like, but the pronunciation is wrong. It's Daleks. There's no R in it. And it's just mind blowing. Everyone goes, oh, it's Daleks. I says, there's no R. It's Daleks. Pronounce it correctly. People go, oh, but it is pronounced correctly. Everyone else says it's that. I says, no, you're saying it because Blue Peter had messed it up. And everyone went, oh, we'll do it that because it's a lot easier to say. And yet there's no R. It just makes me laugh every time. Daleks sounds like bollocks, but I understand where you. Yeah, but it does sound a bit like that. But if anyone's ever watched the first original Doctor Who, the first Doctor, they do actually say Daleks, not Daleks, and it just makes me think it's absolutely hilarious. Because I was actually surprised because everyone was like saying, "Oh, exterminate," we are the Daleks, and it's like, no, you are the Daleks. And I'm like thinking, how can they mess it up after all these years? And I sometimes turn around and go, and my English is supposed to be bad? I feel sorry for everyone else who's saying it wrong. To me, it just makes me laugh. But, everyone else will be like, well, hold on, that can't be right. I'm like, it is. And I'm getting the catfish pretty often now today. That's weird. I never usually catch them that often here. Technically, I'm after the reindeer sunfish, not the catfish. And I should really get them on my feeder more than my float rod. My float rod's been out there way too long. Is it snagged? No. Let me just bring that in a bit. Let's bring it about 70. There we go. Hey, Daleks are full of cool kids. The people who know the good classics, yes. Oh, that got some attention. Oh dear. But yeah, like I say, it's just absolutely hilarious that somebody makes a mistake, pronounces it incorrectly, and then goes, "Oh no, this is how it's pronounced." It's like, no, it's not. And I need to unclip and reclip my line. I should have clipped it. Oh well, it's fine. The distance is fine. I'll still get fish. But yeah, I like the old classic games and films and series of videos. But yeah, there was a game I was thinking of about streaming at some point. It's actually called Dark Chronicles. I think it's number 2. But sometimes it's actually called Dark Cloud instead. I'm like, how can people mix up Dark Chronicles? I think it's Dark Chronicles 2 with Dark Cloud. It's like, it makes no sense. How is it too early? The bell's ringing. God dang it. we'll make this the last fish. Trophy or not. Let's see, catfish. Yeah. There we go. Right. I'll leave the last two for a different time. Like, stream this here. So, obviously, what I've got my keep net, there's a good amount of cash. 32 fish. Didn't do too bad. Still only got 2 fish on trophies, which is the bluegill and the reindeer sunfish, which is absolutely fine. So we'll leave this location now. So yeah, if I had a premium, I'd be getting that much experience and that much cash. Obviously, because I'm not premium, I get that. Now, if anyone plays Fisherman Fishing Planet, there's no premium system in that game, so you actually get that amount of experience and cash because it is classed as the premium version from this, if that makes sense. English is weird sometimes, like Q. Should not be said with Q, but said with Q, which makes no sense. See, now my brain's just completely gone and died of me. Hold on, let me just read that again. Yeah, it's just the way they spelt it, because obviously if you were to actually spell the letter Q itself, it's kind of how it would be spelt, which is really weird. Um, I think they had, what on earth, people are really putting some weird things on that chat, and I can't read the half of that. It's a language I don't understand. It's supposed to be English. Just to prove the point. This is supposed to be English. That is not English. I think it's French. Diploma. I don't bloody know. I ain't gonna worry about it. It's nothing to do with me anyway. Right, so here we go. I'll try and get some roach, perch, northern pike, which would be easy. Trophy carp, silver bream, and a tench. So that should be easy enough to get. I've got most of the inventory on me. So I've got unlimited licenses, so we'll just go boop and pop into there. But yeah, I understand what you mean. I'm pretty sure there is another letter, which is kind of weird in the English dictionary or language. It's like, oh no, it exactly sounds the same as anything something else. I can't remember what it is now. It is weird though. And yeah, okay, so I'm in a lobby with one other person, wherever they're at. Where are they at? Let's have a look. They are nowhere on the map. They're in lobby. Weird. Okay. So I'm going to actually fish from here today. I usually actually fish from over that side. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier myself. I'm going to fish outside the house. Why not? I deserve an easy fish today. I know it's a bit weird. I'm fishing from weird spots. Huh. I didn't realise I was actually a lot closer over here. Oh well. Right, so I don't want pet food. What I want is... I'll go... bread with honey. That sounds like a bit of interest. Bread with honey. Nah. Saying that, I've never had bread with honey. That would be an interesting concept to try. Weird. I know I'm being weird about it. Right, let us put some... I'm going to put dough balls on now. Let's see, where are they? No, selenium balls, because that'll be a bit easier. And we'll go about here. And when it lands, I'll clip the line. Boop. Clipped and set. And it seems like it's the same distance from over there as it is here. Oh well. It's always fun. But yeah. Language for me is a bit difficult at times. As you may have heard me reading. Bread with honey looks like a McDonald's Happy Meal, and up close tastes amazing. If that made sense, yeah. It pretty much would, wouldn't it? Really. Saying that, I always think it's funny when TV commercials advertises like, oh, you're getting this and it looks really massive, but it's the way obviously the people who've done, or the food specialists for the videos, have made it look a lot bigger. So basically, what the person bites into is a very small portion of the meat, yet the other part of it's at the other side, and it's like, really? And it's like, oh, we've got to do these shots, but they could eat like 100 of the bloody things, but they can't swallow it because they have to do another shot. And it's like, well, I'm hungry now. I want to eat it. It's just weird. In the UK, it's just really small portions. If you went to somewhere like America, the portions are massive. It's exactly what is advertised on the tin in a way. But in the UK, it's like, oh, here's your portion size, really tiny and really small. You're like, I'm paying this much for that amount. If you go to some shops, I'm going to refer to mostly the UK. You'd go to shops and you buy a bar of chocolate. Back in the days, it used to be what, 30, 40 pence, and you'd get a good sized chocolate bar. Now these days, you pay more for less. It's like, so I've got to pay now like 80 pence for the same type of chocolate bar, which has actually been made smaller because of the packaging. It's like, how does that work? Why should I be paying more for a bar of chocolate which has been made smaller? If it had been made, the same size or it was made a bit bigger, fine. Obviously, because the prices have changed over the years of goods and that lot. But, you're charging me more for something that's smaller. It's like, why? It kind of contradicts the point of, oh, we're having to cut down on things. Here you go. Now you have to pay more for it. It's like, and this was before the sugar tax, I may add. It just makes no sense. If you're going to charge someone because the price has gone up a bit, fine. Just don't make it smaller. I think it used to be like an extra 20 grams back in the days, and they've literally taken 20 grams off any chocolate. It's like, why? It just makes no sense. You could go to a shop and buy them packets of chocolates. Like the pouches of the small chocolates that come in a bag, little portions, and you think, yeah, you get good size in the bag, and it's like there's so much empty space. It's like, I've paid this much for a small bag of chocolate with hardly anything in it, and it's like, why? Don't get me wrong, obviously I actually do that, but I think to myself, why am I paying this much just for a bit of chocolate? I might as well buy the bar instead. I'll probably get a bit more from it, and for a lot cheaper price, to be honest. It reminds me of that one Pepsi commercial where they were trying to get people to get 7 many Pepsi points for a Harry Jet. Then a dude got the points for the thing, not really related to the size. Yeah, thing, but yeah, it's weird how they do it. They'll advertise things and you're like, oh, it's going to be this, and it turns out to be absolutely not what you expect. It's like, why? I think it's funny. It's like Red Bull. The adverts used to say Red Bull gives you wings. Now, because someone sued Red Bull because it didn't give them wings, because obviously normal people in the world wouldn't think to go, well, they're advertising that it gives you wings. Now because obviously they got sued and the person won, they now have to put somewhere in the advert saying does not give you wings because they actually won the court case saying that Red Bull advertised that Red Bull gives you wings. Yeah, and any general sense of person would go, well, obviously a drink is not going to give you wings. This person actually turned around and actually sued Red Bull because it didn't give them wings when they advertised it giving them wings, which I thought was absolutely hilarious, and they deserve that because they advertised it and didn't put in the small print anywhere for the advert saying it does not give you wings, which I still find hilarious to this day. I'm saying I haven't watched an advert in years. Unless it comes up on YouTube and goes, oh, look, here's an advert for something. I'm like, oh, skip. Especially when they're too long of an advert. 5 seconds, fine. but don't make me have to sit through a minute advert, which I can't skip. I'm like, why? Just skip. It's ridiculous. It does get ridiculous at times. What's my time scale for this place? I forgot to check. Okay, I'll be getting into a peak soon. Shouldn't be too bad. I should be getting a bit more fish, biting a bit sooner. Fine, there's a location I could go up a bit more at the top, but I'm surprised listening to the village is actually this quiet. Usually this is busy. I guess it's because it's late here in the. I guess most people aren't actually playing this as much. Shocking. Oh well. Either that they're just doing bigger locations with more fish and spots or more money. It's like, but Lesnar Village is such a nice, peaceful, quiet place. Maybe we should just say, I've got a deck chair over there, chill, no one else is around disturbing me. No one's running in front of my camera. It's awesome. I don't get to answer people's questions. Apparently there's someone. Oh, they were here, but no idea where they've gone. I don't see them anywhere on here. So they must have been AFK in the lobby. There's no other reason for them not to be here. Can't wait till the Christmas event. That's the point. Is that? Yes, still got my Santa glasses on. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the Halloween event done, so I couldn't actually get the vampire glasses because they took that event off and changed it for Halloween this year. I was annoyed. I wanted my vampire glasses for my main character that I could delete, just see how much I get. Last time it was like 666 Bitcoin. It's like, yes. But now because you can't get them, I can't sell them. It's annoying. And these fish are really taking their time biting today. Wow, come on. No, it's Lesnar Villa, but wow. That's number 2. Oh, we've got a carp. We definitely have a carp on our line tonight now. Come on, carp, come in. Surprised the bread with honey isn't going a bit quicker. Oh, that's the point. I'm using too big of a size hook. That's why it's taking a bit more time to get these fish. There we go. There's our mirror carp. It's a young one, but it's still a mirror. Let me just bring my other rod in. Actually, let me just change this hook because it should be on a 2, not a 1, and I was an idiot for doing that. That was my fault. That's why the fish aren't biting as easily. So while my bread with honey isn't biting too well, let's put it at an 8-inch. Don't you go off when I'm doing this. There we go. Right, switch that to that hook. There we go. Quick change. Awesome. Okay. See if we get some questions from people on the game. Hopefully answer them as well. Like I said, if there's anyone who's watching who would like to know some questions about the game, whether it's rod setups, baits, maybe locations, you can always ask, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Or, if you're watching and you just want to know exactly how long it can take to actually fish these locations, trust me, it can take forever. Now, I do have a big size keep net. Obviously, my character's level is level 43. If I was playing on console, I'd actually be level 50, but then again, I don't really have much cash on that account as I do as this one. And trust me, I had to grind for like 4 hours just to get the cash I have today. And are you actually going to bite more? Come on, I need you to be biting more before I pick you up. And hello, Daniel Pearson. You don't know how to fish. You're not good at fishing, planet. Eh, I know how to fish. I fish in real life. At the end of the day, I'm just having fun and relaxing. So, it's not really much of a problem. When I do play the game for the first time, what's the best way to get started? Right, now obviously when you first start off, you're going to have a really basic beginner float rod. When I mean beginner, I mean absolute beginner of a start rod. This rod doesn't bite, I can actually try and show you. Um, the only thing you need to do for your basic start float rod, obviously you can hit, I think it's F11 on PC, I can't remember what it is on control. But it does tell you after it's gone through the demo of the game, or how to cast your rod and reel fish in. I'll tell you how to switch your fishing stance or way you cast. This is mostly just for the float rod. Match rods, obviously, it's set up as if you were normally on. Let me just bring the float rod on, it'll be a bit easier. Oh, I should say my match rod. Let me bring that in. It'll be a bit better. It'll be easier to show and explain. Right. So obviously, float rods, you'll have your rod like this. So if you hit F11, it'll be like that. So obviously, every time you come to a match rod, your rod will always be displayed like this when you go to a location and when you come out. If you have a float rod, your rod will always be set up like this for casting. So hit F11. I know on consoles, I think it's L1 and triangle. Don't quote me on that. I haven't played on console in a while. But when you get match rods, your rod's always going to be set like this to cast, which is a lot easier. Oh, dang it. Hang on. Is that going to go off? It is. Right. I can't really go back and show you the main basic rod setup. Unless it's actually in the shop here, I might be able to show you what the basic float rod actually looks like. There we go. Right, let's see. Is it going to be in here? It is. Right, so that's the float rod, the standard one. It's going to stay there on information. So the line the rod can take is a 4 to 8 pound. Obviously, if I was in a different metric system, it'll be different. So it's usually, I think it's a metric. Let's just double check. No, it's an imperial. You can always change it to metric, but I'd have to reset. So I'm at the minute in imperial. When you do fish, I use the Pro for the tackle loadout, so you can see, as you see at the bottom right here, it is lines. Obviously, that is to do the leader. That is the rod, and that's the reel. So you can tell which one has the most tension. That's the easiest way of that one. Right. So obviously, if I had it here, that's telescopic rods. So obviously it'll be a 2 to 4 pound line the rod can take. Hopefully they've got some lines in here, they do. So the max line you'd be able to use would be a braid, or this braid I should say, which obviously has a 4 pound test. I don't have an example, but I couldn't put on the fluoro because it's a 6 pound test line, because the line is too big for that rod, and it will say the line is too strong. It can actually break your rod a bit quicker. Now the reel, you should start with the mini spin, which obviously has a max drag of 2.72, which obviously means you can only put on a line of up to 2.75. Sorry, my pronunciation is getting a bit wrong. But yeah, your line also has to fit the reel, so your max line has to be within that boundary as well. So if I actually put on the line, I could only use the mono, this one here, because it is a 2 pound test. So your line has to fit your reel, which can then go on the rod. Now you can have a stronger reel and a stronger line on your rod. It's just your rod's gonna just break real easy and a lot quicker. But yeah, but when you can, is it in the shop? It should be here. Okay, it's feeders. That is the standard. What? Yeah. So when you get to level 3, my recommendation is getting the Creeker Pro, which is the lowest level rod you can get. Now, if you're on consoles, you get the feeder rod set up for free. If you're on PC, you don't get it for free. So get the Creeker Pro 710, and if I'm not mistaken, it should be, no, wrong one. It's spinning reels, and I do not have the reel in it. You could go for the Crucian Hunter 3000. Obviously, you have to be level 8 to get the reel for it. I have the Crucian Hunter 3500, which I think is a level 10 reel, and then I fit that on. Obviously, now as you can see here, my rod can only take a 6.5 pound line. That's the highest it can take. Yet I've got an 8 pound test line on. Believe it or not, when I put the max drag reel on, it's fine. You know, the reel can be a bit stronger than the rod on the line. See, it's a bit annoying because I can't just hit one and it shows. So yeah, the max drag can be stronger than the line weight, but the line weight should not be more than the rod. But I've actually evenly balanced this out somehow that this line is not destroying that rod. I think it's because I put on the titanium leader because it's a 7 pound test, which contradicts the math for it. So this should not be working as a setup, but it does work. And obviously I've got a half-ounce sinker on it. Obviously, unfortunately, I don't have my starter rod on me. I have it actually back in my main lobby. But I get, what is it? What's the one I get for it? Because it is a telescopic rod, £4. So the best reel I'd go for it is probably the Inspire Cast 2000 would be the closest. If there's a £4 max drag or something that's just a little bit more, that's too much though. You could use that on the telescopic, but there's no point. But yeah, obviously using the right hook size will determine what type of fish you can usually get, or it makes it a bit easier to get the fish you're after. It doesn't always guarantee it, but it does make it a little bit easier. But it's mostly more practicing. The one thing I would recommend when you do start is you go for the sport events and go for the amateur ones, because, where is it? As you'll see here, there is a level restriction. So level 8 to level 18 for this event. I do have a few videos on sport events at low levels. You know, catfish at Mudwater, you know, again, level 3 to level 13. I would try and compete in these as best you can. Now, on the Fisherman Fishing Planet, you only have to have 10 people to take part. In Fishing Planet, you need to have at least 20 people who are going to take part for the event to actually work. Because if not, it just gets cancelled. You get your money back, but the event just gets cancelled if there's not enough players for it. As you'll see here, 12, not enough players, so they got cancelled. Cancelled again. You know, 43, and this was all beginner level players. Again, level 3 to level 13. So it's always good to try and do these events to make some, you know, what's the reward? Free bait coin, 10 of them, and some credits and cash. You get a bit of experience, you get to keep the money for the fish. You know, I would always start with catch them all at Lesnar Villa because it's a good place to actually try and start fishing. And I'd only just fish for the amateur events, target quite a bit, but unfortunately you can level up pretty quick from it. Don't know what they're after. But yeah, that's the best way I can say for it. Unless I was back in the lobby, I could explain a bit better, because unfortunately I've not got the rods on me and I don't want to have to leave to then come back. And I get the long rod down. There we go. That's very creepy. Oh, okay. It's just a hello, wooden trees. It's right. You're just staring at me. I'm like, think he just got denied. Oh dear. I feel like a twat now. It's like I just come out of the lobby, not lobby, the inventory, and literally see someone staring at me. Sorry. It's alright. It usually happens where I come out. I'm like, oh, what's happening here? It's like, okay, just staring at me like that. Help. Yeah. By the way, I do play mostly as a female character, as I am on the game. And most people go, "Why are you playing as a female character? You're a guy." I'm like, "Yes, but I play better as a female." Um, here we go. But yeah, when it comes to Fish Planet, it does take a bit of time to get used to the whole aspects of it all. You can level up pretty quickly to start with, but like I say, take your time with it. Try to compete in the events as best you can, because the more free bait coin you make, it's gonna save you a lot of hassle later on. Because without realizing, your inventory space will fill up in your home, and you need the bait coin to make a bigger storage. Because the max storage you have in your home is 100. Obviously, you got to try and get extra equipment on you to obviously hold more stuff on you. And obviously, you need to get a bigger keep net. You need to try and get rod stands. And, you know, for all my videos for Fishing Planet, I am using the Creeker Pro, which is the starter rod, and find the Nero 1010. I think it's like a level 8 or 10 rod. And I'm using a Nero 1010 and a Creeker Pro for most of my videos. There is a few fish I'm not using it for because the fish are too strong, unless there's a place where I can actually use a kayak or a boat. Then I will use the Creeker Pro and the Nero 1010 because I don't mind being dragged across the whole entire lake to bring the fish in, because it's just going to be absolutely hilarious. Like I said, I have got some videos of some monster fish. When you do go after the monster fish, make sure you check to see what the highest level that fish can be, because you don't want to go there with a low grade net and you can't keep that fish, because you're just literally saying goodbye to that cash. You get the experience, but you're throwing away the cash, unfortunately. It does happen though at times. You know, when I did it on console, I did not realise, and I was like, "Oh bugger," and it was really upsetting. I was really annoyed at myself, and I was like, "Yeah, I should have planned better, and I didn't," which is really upsetting. But yeah, like I say, if you should just watch a few videos. People do have different experiences. Me, I don't use DLC. I don't pay for DLC stuff, so I'm actually using basic standard rods. You know, there are other YouTubers out there who've done Fishing Planet, and they're all using DLC rods. And you think, well, what's the rod I should be using at my level? And it's like, here you go, guys. You can use this. You know, this is a minimum rod you can use for this location, and it works. You know, Creeker Pro, I'm guessing braid. That's a Crucian Hunter. I'm going to say 3000. Simple Bell. Green says the starter Simple Bell. And I'm guessing he's got too much slack on his reel, as a best guess. I'm guessing his line is what, £6 test? And he's bringing in the pike. Now, obviously, when you're fishing for pike, make sure you got a titanium leader on, because if not, that pike has a quite good chance of biting through your line. Right, we're just past the 2 hour mark. In 3 hours, my alarm will wake up my cat and blow my ears out. Oh, bless. That's the roach. Awesome, that's another one ticked off my list. Right, so, you know what? I haven't used cheese in a very long time on this game, because it doesn't work for me. It hates me, cheese does. So let's see if I can get some cheese on there. Like I say, if I could unload my equipment and re-put it back on, it'll be easier to explain and show you exactly what happens when I do my rods. But yeah, technically my feeder rod setup should not work realistically in the game's aspect. But it works, and it's like, I think it says at one point, oh, this is too much. And I'm like, it's fine. And it's like, oh, it's optimal. I'm like, hey. Again, I think it's because it goes with the... I'm watching you stream and had to photobomb you. Haha. It's fine. I get it a lot of times when I'm streaming. Or just playing. Oh, Gromit. That man is feeding fish with cheese. We have been looking for... Hope you understand what I'm referencing. Yes. Yeah, it got a good laugh. Like I say, I know usually people actually just come across the stream. I've seen people who've gone literally around the lake, not just this one, try and bring a fish in and right in front of people, and people actually do get really annoyed with that. I know you came in just for a photobomb, so it wasn't too bad. You know, you're not just standing there going, nah, for like an hour, and it's like, that's annoying. So, it's fine. Cheese, Gromit! Where's Wallace? But yeah, you know, if I was using my Loki, this is too strong of a rod. What was it? I've got the Phoenix and I've got the Big Owl. You mentioned something about pike. Yes. Right. So I think this location for Lesnar is a bit easier for getting pike, but you may get the odd chance of where you're fishing for pike and it will say your line's been bitten. The reason why that is because pike in real life, and actually I can show you because there is an image of pike on here, have... Hold on, let me actually go to my pike. Demon catfish. Where is it? There we go. 3D model. As you can see, pike have sharp teeth. So they will actually bite through your line. Okay, so if you're not using, I'll use this for a reference, a titanium leader, the pike will bite through it. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few locations you can sometimes go to and the pike will not bite through your line even if you haven't got a titanium leader on. But as a general rule of thumb, always use a titanium leader. If you use a braid leader or a fluoro leader, forget it. The pike will just bite through that at one point and, you know, say bye to your hook, say bye to your bait, and sometimes you can say goodbye to your weights or even your floats. Not all the time, but your hook and the bait and the leader will just go. So yeah, if you do fish for pike, my preference and my main thing is use a titanium leader. Please use a titanium leader when you're fishing for pike. If not, you can lose it. Can I actually get a pike? Do I have the stuff on me for a pike without using something stupid? I don't want to get rid of them because they're events. I don't want to use them. See, I could use them, but I'd lose them. And I didn't bring this. I do have an arrow spin on me. Do pike have an arrow? Do pike do they pop as jerk baits? I should do. Unfortunately, I've not got the right rod for this location, or I'd show a point on them. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure I can prove it with this rod. I'll have to go over to a location where I know I can get the pike a lot easier. Let me quickly bring this one in. A lot of people will be like, hold on, you're actually going to prove a point that you're going to get your line bitten through? Yes. Now, obviously, I actually use fluoro as a line, mostly because it's a bit easier. When it comes to trout and carp, they don't notice the fluoro line. Braids, they can usually notice that, and mono, they will definitely notice the line. So your fish bite will be a bit slower. And that's if you fish for pike and trout. For carp and trout. Now I am over here. I should be able to get pike here, but I want to go to my normal spot where I can get them, which is over there a bit more. Hang on, sorry. I do apologise. Good sir, from the edge of the ocean, I want to ask a small cheesy question. Can you see the chat? And if so, I hope you're having a good day. Right, so I'm going to prove a point here. I don't want to have to prove a point, but I will prove a point. Right, let me go to my float. I am going to remove my titanium leader off. So I've got the chubby float, which I have to rebuy. I know I'm going to have to rebuy. Right, let us get us a small minnow, because that's what I'm going to need. I've got plenty of small minnows, and 2-size hooks aren't going to be a problem. This thing's going to bite through my line like nothing before. Right, let me just make sure I get the wrong button. Shit. Actually, hold on, let me go for a 60. And I'll go here. Usually this is where I get my pike from, because it's a bit easier. Usually. Put it down there. And we'll prove a point. I should be able to prove a point. That pike will bite through. I have had it happen quite a lot of times, and I've actually lost some lures because of it. Dang things, I hate them when they do that. I actually lost one of my 4th of July crankbaits because they bit through the line. I was not happy. I forgot about my titanium leader. So like I say, I'm going to try and hopefully prove a point that they will bite through it. The young'uns shouldn't hear as much, but they can still bite through the line. And unfortunately, I don't want to lose my hook in my bait, but I'm going to have to prove a point. I hate it. I hate having to prove a point, but yes, they will bite through this. When they start biting, if not, I have to go to the other location, which they sometimes do bite a bit more often than here, but again, for me, the pike are a little bit tricky, unless they've changed the location for the game this time again. I'm using a size 2 hook, so they should bite without a problem. Okay, that is definitely the pike. And if not, I'm going to lose. Are you kidding me? Perch! Oh, you're a pain. No wonder that wasn't going to bite off. Okay, try again. Dang you pesky pike, yeah. They can be a bit annoying. I forgot this perch. I might have to go for a 1-knot hook. Actually, it's what I should have done, was gone for the 1-knot instead of a 2 hook. Because a 2 hook perch will bite. Perch usually don't bite a 1-knot hook. Plus I'll be using... Oh no, I'd have to use a barbless hook. I don't have to use my barbless hooks. Because they can cost bait coin to get barbless hooks, and I don't like using them. Come on, take it. Saying that, I've got plenty of small minnows, so I'm not going to be too worried if I get perch. I am going to be a bit annoyed that I'm wasting money on perch instead of getting the pike. But hey ho. Oh, okay. Well. But yeah, that's the rod that he's got. He's got the standard basic rod. Right there. Now this thing's going to take forever to bite, aren't you? You pesky thing. Oh, on the left. Okay. Fine. Fine. I swear they're around here. Come on. This rod's too strong for it anyway, but that's beside the point. Come on. Like I said, I can't do this with a mouse and keyboard. It's too difficult. Because I don't feel when they start biting the lure. Because when I'm fishing, I'm having to watch the gauges at the bottom really carefully. And I hit the wrong button. That's a perch again, isn't it? Yeah, perch. Not enough coin on perch. So now I was going to say, no, you're not going to get what you need. And I'm going to be very annoyed. Get him at the last second. Norman Pike. Right, so they are catching these then. No, I thought they'd left. They did leave. How? Oh, okay, they rejoined. Okay, that's weird. Come on. Now, that's a European perch again. God dang it. Am I going to get everything but the Northern Pike with my... Come on. No. Too long of a line. Let's just downgrade it to 40 inches then. Now, why did I not aim with that? Because I'm an idiot. And I snagged. Of course I snagged. Todd killed... So, I'm in the top right corner of your screen. Hold on. Let's do that. Aha! Right, hold on. What was I on? That one. Right. So yeah, let me just quickly cast here. Let's see if I can get this Northern Pike and prove the fact that they'll bite through my line without a titanium leader on. Right, let me just do this again. Technically, I should just take the titanium leader off this line and just let it just bite through it. It's going to bite through it, I know it will. That's why I have the titanium leader on, so it doesn't bite through it. Yeah, I usually play something a bit different. It's just obviously with it being Friday and it's going to get close to the Christmas event, which, like I said, comes a week before Christmas and lasts till after a few days after New Year's Day. I thought I'd do some streaming of some Fishing Planet, so I get more used to actually playing this again, and hopefully have people with me at the same time. So I can help people with the game. I know this game can be a bit slow. You can get some times where the game's a bit more, always going on the time, but it is a bit of a slow-paced game. It is kind of like real fishing. It can be a bit slow at times, and it can be hit and miss. Lovely to meet you, Todd. Howard Kelso. Hope you have a. I hope you have the greatest of weekends. But yeah, like I say, if anyone needs a bit of help, I'll try to explain as best I can. If I was in the main lobby, I could explain how my rod setups are, because I can unequip them and re-equip the rods a bit better. But because I'm actually fishing, I can't actually explain my rod setups that easily. Not unless I leave and then come back, but I want to make a bit of money and do a bit of fishing. I'm not going to get anything with the rod. It's too strong a rod. I should have brought my elemental. I said that last time, I still didn't change it. Just because I don't have my elemental on me. Come on, pike, just bite the small minnow. There's a small minnow in there for you to bite. I don't want the perch taken, I just want the pike taking it. See, for me, here is where the pike are. Even though technically the monster perch is actually in this location as well, but that's beside the blooming point. If you don't bite soon, I'm going to have to move to the other location, and then I will get the pike. If that, I'll bring my elemental rod here. And then I will bloody catch them, I know I will. How much fish have I caught? £7 worth of fish. Come on, bite. Come on. It's not going to bite now. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be an irritating little bloody... I'm not using my feeder for you. I tell you that now for a fact. I am not using my feeder to get you. You know what, let's just unclip that. Let's just cast it all the way out. Thunk. Almost near where I catch my normal carp anyway. There we go. And let's hope for the best. Come on, pike. Take the bait and just show everyone that if you don't have a titanium leader on, you're going to lose it. Even though technically that rod's a bit strong for the pike anyway, but that's beside the bloody point. Oh, of course the salmon balls are going to start biting over there. Look, I got rid of the monster fish. There should be no monster fish in this area. Just take it. Please, just take the bait. Kill me now. God dang it, fish. See, the one time I want to prove a point, I can't prove the point. I hate it when I can't prove a point. I know I should have brought my elemental. Okay, whichever rod bites first, I'll bring them all back in, I'll go get my elemental and I'll prove a point. Because with my elemental I can prove the point a lot easier. Because at the minute, that rod's annoying me. It's taking forever. You know what, let's just reel you in. I'm not waiting for you. I'll take you to the other side and then we'll come back. We'll prove it that way. You know, if the pike actually took the cheese instead, I'll be very annoyed. So right, there is another location. They should bite there. I don't usually fish the location because it's usually as bad as this one. But I should be in the peak times. That's the annoying thing. There's no reason for that to not be biting. Right, come on you. You. Up. You there. Right, let's just quickly go to this side. And we'll go over here. And this one I'm not going to see everyone start catching pike. I'm going to get annoyed. I'll be like, God dang it. Right. Next best location for pike is here. Right, let's just get the angle there. Let's cast it to there. Let's bring it down the drag. Odd reel speed, I should say. Right, you in there. See, if I had my elemental, I could have caught the pike already and just proven a point, but I'm just not wasted a lure on here. Casting spoon, I don't care about because they're easy to get and they're cheap. Technically, I should really use a crankbait more than anything else, but hey, dilly ho, right, come on. Saying that, in real life, if there's a fish actually on your line or hook, and you got pike in the water, the pike will sometimes go after the struggling fish you're fighting. I've seen it happen a few times, and it's absolutely hilarious. Well, I say it's absolutely hilarious. For me, it is anyway. Seriously, you're not the fish. That's a waste of bait. I'm wasting bait coin over. I'm not bait coin. I'm wasting cash over here now. Come on. I want to prove a point, and I hate it when you don't allow me to prove a point, game. Right, let me just do this. I can't do it now, can I? No. Dang it! You know what, let's get some twitching, that might... Oh, that's why you're being finicky. You sneaky little bleeders, you have to twitching. Oh, you little buggers. And it's not hooking. It's not hooking. I'm not hooking the fish. It's literally biting and goes, nope. I wish I had my controller in. This will be a lot easier with my controller. Because the controller would vibrate and then I would feel it and I'd be like, yep, right, there we go. Got too strong of a rod, it's not going to do it. Are you kidding me? There was a fish ready to bite then? God dang it. God dang it. Dang fish. Can we got a few more minutes game to give me a pike on that line? If not, I'm going to go back and get an elemental. Instead of me having my low kill me. And then we'll definitely see which one's going to be quicker. Because now I'm just wasting good over the bad on baits for dang pike. Come on. Don't know what I'm using my low key for, because even if I get a pike on it, I'm not going to be able to prove anything with this thing. Come on. No. Right. That's it. I've had enough. Right. Right. Yes, we're going to leave the area. Yes, I know, I've got some cash. This is not how I want to prove this. But I will prove it. I'm going to prove it. I made 300, not exactly the greatest. Right. Enough was that all about? Huh. Keep on about DLCs, okay. Right. So let me just re-put this here, put that there, put that there. Throw you in there, throw you back home. Right. So let me just quickly offload some of this stuff at the same time. No, wrong one. Where is my... No, let me just... Where is the... Small minutes, right. Right. Sailboards, hook, leaders, that. Right. So obviously when I said about my feeder rod, obviously like I said, I've got the Creeker Pro, which has a max line of 6.5, and the max drag for a line is from a Crucian Hunter is a £7. Now obviously we had the £8 fluoro. As you can see, the line is too strong for the rod. There's a risk of damage. Obviously I don't need to worry. Right, now I'm going to put a titanium leader on, which was my £7 one, which we've got here. So I'm going to throw that on. The terminal tackle is too light for the rod. Cast will be short. I put the weight on. No message. And then I put the bait on. We'll say red worms. It's no problem anymore. I need the hook on, don't I? There we go. Terminal tackle weight is optimal. I have no problems with that rod at all now. Whereas before it says it would break. it will go down the same amount even if I use the £6 line, because it's not actually affecting it because it's using that as a reference, so it's actually put it lower. So it's actually taking more effect on the titanium leader, or the leader, than it is on the fluoride line itself, which is weird. So that's how that one works. Right, so I want to put on my elemental. Right, here we go. That's the point. Like I said, low key. That's the one you can actually start with that spin. And but yeah, sorry, I'm jubbling all over the place. Right, so obviously the telescopic and the mini spin is where you get as a starter rod. You also get some line, a float, a hook, and bait. Now, obviously, what you want to do is get a reel that matches this rod a lot better. For me, it will be the Windcast 1500. That is the closest you'll need. You could go for the Aspire Slim, because it is a £5. Or you could go for the Callisto XRS 1400. I think I used that, and then I got the other two to mess around. But you could use this one instead. So obviously you could use a £4 line maximum for that, which I don't actually have on me. Best I have is £6. Invisible line, which you get for one of the monster fish, is actually a £10 test line, surprisingly enough. But I don't have £4 line on me. But you'd put that one on, £4 line, have a float, which obviously you've got to make sure it's optimal because of the weight for the rod. And I can't tell or remember which one the weight is. Anyway, I'm jubbering on. I want to get this rod set up. So I'm going to take my elemental, which is 7.5. I'm going to take the Callisto MG 2500, which means I can take £7 test. £6, that's £8. I need some. Do I have a £7 test? There's me. I've been throwing all my lines out. Okay, we'll put £6 on. Actually, can I get a better line? Let's see. Flora, do I have a £7 in here? £8. No, £8. Okay, let's go for braid line. Which one's closer to £7? That's a £4. £6. That's a £6. Is there a £7? I don't want to go for mono. Okay, I'm going to have to go with the dang £6 one. Yeah, I'll get you in again. Ah, okay, we'll match that straight away. Okay, it's fine. So store you for a later date. Store you for a later date as well. Them two are fine. Right. So I want to take with me. I'll take U's with me. And away, optimal. So when it comes to spinner rods and reels, you have to look for the lure weight, and the maximum will be 3/7 of an ounce. Obviously, I could change it to pounds instead, which I sometimes actually do, which I'll quickly apply so you guys can see. Keep. Sorry, I had to reset there. And obviously, I don't always know the weight as it is, so I always change it to metric so I can see the weight. I don't work in ounces. I work in grams. Right. So as you can see here, maximum weight it can take is a 3.7. The lowest weight it can take is a 1.5. Obviously, for the caster spoon, the weight of it is 5 grams, which is absolutely fine because obviously it's kilograms it's working in. Hold on. No, sorry. Lure weight. Sorry, I was looking at the line. Wait. Ah, I'm an idiot. So the lure weight it can take is 5 grams as the minimum and 12 grams as the maximum. Obviously, that is a 5 gram weight. That's absolutely fine. Now, usually I'd put a titanium leader on, but we're not going to use a titanium. So, I want to have a look at my other things just in case. Can't use that because it's too heavy. I can use the narrow spoon, which is absolutely fine. Let's see. Sometimes you like to be a bit funny, don't you? So I'll take use two with me. Not going to use you, not going to use you. I'm not going to use you because I don't want to lose you. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and obviously we're going to use minnows as well as proof. So I've got my elemental and my Nero 1010. So we're going to go back to Lesnar to prove a point here. I will get this pike on the thing and it will snap my line. Alright, let's go back into this corner. I don't know if I'll be from the same server with the people I had on there or if I'll be on a different server entirely. because apparently there isn't that many people, and I'm on a different server entirely. Of course I am. Broke the line. Of course they had their drag line too high. That is why their line broke. It's one reason you can tell someone's not dragging up or dragging down on their reels, because it's just breaking the line. The tension's too high. That's why I changed my tension on my thing to see which one's having the more tension than anything else. And what I mean by that is these three markers here: line, rod, and reel. That's why I go for the pro, so you can see which one's got the more tension and which one needs to go up or down to see when you have to drag up or drag down. As you can see, the reel is dragging up and dragging down. So I was about there. I think I was a bit higher than that, but it'll be fine. So that now does not have a leader on it. Let's put number 1. And number 3, I should hopefully have this set just right, I hope. If not, I'm just going to lose the whole entire thing. Alright. Now, is it going to be... I went too far with that one. Let me just bring it down when it's about... Wow, I've actually got to be about there. Wow. Right. Now, as you can see, because I'm using a lesser rod and reel, most of the reel, the line's coming in a bit slower than what it did before. Come on. Let's get this interest. Come on, I want to prove a dang point here today. And I've got to change it on the system. No! I've got to put it back to Imperial. It's still in... God dang, it's still in metrics. That's what my distance seems off for. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do care, but that's beside the point. God dang it. It's going to be twitching. I need to do it. That's why. See, it's too high up for me. God dang it. I might have to do lift and drop instead. I hate this. I hate doing it this way. I might have to put the other one on. Come on, I just want to prove a point here. If I have to, I will go and grab my controller, and I will do it with my controller instead. Even if people can't hear my voice, I'll get it sorted out so people can hear my voice. Come on. I hate this. I'm not going to be able to prove a point now, am I? Come on. Fish, just bite. I guess the weight's not high enough, so it's not affecting it as much. God dang it, come on. If I had to have a featherlight instead of the elemental, I'm going to be very annoyed. Are you kidding me? Come on. This is annoying. Come on, I just want to be able to prove a point here. I really having this much of a hard time just to try and prove a point? God damn, come on. Come on. I will literally travel to the other end of the map if I have to gain. Come on. Let me just get a pike. Come on. Let me get a young northern pike. They seriously moved the northern pikes somewhere else. This is not normal. Come on. I hate having to fish for these pike. Come on. You're kidding me. Right. Right, I can't deal with the metric system. I've got to be on the imperial system. I cannot deal with it. Apply. Keep. Yes, I know. Got to reset. I hate this system. They've moved the pike's normal location. God dang it! Seriously, just kill me now. I don't care about all that lot. Right, we'll go over there. We'll go to the location which I said I was going to try and fish at. Hope for the best there. Right. Right. Come on. Right, let's fish around here instead then. Right. There we go. Now I can work with that distance. It gives me a bit more line as well. Come on. Well, I'm more of a nighttime person than a morning person, to be honest, so for me it's not too much of a problem, really. See, and I missed that one. See, the easier option is I should have gone to St. Croix to prove this point, but it means I'd have to travel out there and then fish to prove a point, and it's just... I don't really want to waste bait to get a northern pike in just to prove a point. If it's here, I can prove the point because it hasn't cost me much to come here. But oh, I'm certainly not out. When it comes to mornings, I just cannot deal with them. It's like, oh, no. I hate mornings. God, thing. I'm seriously having bad luck getting these. Come on. Right, what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look at what the best peak time is, which shouldn't really make any goddamn difference. Right, we'll go for 9. Forward time to that, right. I'm going to go to the... I'm going to go to a side I know I've definitely caught them 100%, and I should have no goddamn problems. Because I usually fish here. Right, I need to get the angle from the other side to get... That's what I did. That's what I did before. I was over... Was it here? No. It was over here-ish, wasn't it? Yes. Because I had to drag past that and hopefully I get over to where it is over there. Right. Please, game, give me the northern pike. There's quite a few different locations. Yeah. I can agree on that one. Let's aim over there. Which should be hitting near the lily pads over there. So I should be coming past them through this gap and hopefully... Now, as on console, I'd have a lot easier time because I'd be able to feel if there's any vibrations, but because the mouse doesn't do any vibrations, it's a bit difficult to tell when a fish is biting. It's not a stop and go, it's going to be straight. But the thing is, this thing goes all the way to the top too quick. I'm going to have to go for the other one, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to change it to the narrow spoon. Oh, what am I doing? No, I can't be using that. Right, I'll use that. That's optimal. I know we've caught one on this because we had it at the start. And hello to Patty Allen, welcome. There we go. Now I've got one that's just going to give us enough that goes down slightly. I can do a straight and hopefully get this dang pike on. Come on. And now you're going to hit the bottom. Speed 2. It's too fast, but it is a straight. Back to a 1. Hopefully we'll get this in. Come on, fish. Oh dear Lord. This is terrible. Why is it going so badly? Come on. I know it's definitely here. I know this is where the fish are. Come on, pike. Why are you being so horrible? Maybe long video about fish. I'm not that bad. Come on, let's just... Okay, I'm going to have to try twitching. Is that going to have to be the dang thing I'm going to have to do for this fish? Come on, pike. I hate pike. I hate pike in this game. Especially at this location. That's why I never fish for them. The fact that I have to prove a point as well. So I don't prove it. People go, oh, that's not the reason why. It's like, yes, it is the reason why. God. Ah! Come on. Right, let me just do it to speed 2 instead. There we go. That is a pike. Jesus crumbs, come on. Right. No, 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 don't lose it. Come on. I'm not going to reel in. I'm going to keep the tension high enough so it's going to not... I'm not going to lose the fish. You got to be kidding me. No! Stop! Doing this to me. Let me drop the tension. No! I'm going to end up... Come on, just bite through it already. I feel so mean to this pike already. But the person's going to say, are you actually trying to kill that fish? No, I'm trying to prove a point. Come on. Especially for the fact it will bite through it. All it needs to do is come in one more foot and that's it, and then I've got the fish. Okay, we'll try again. I can't leave it there like that. It's probably just too close, so it's not going to allow it. Yeah, it probably is the one pike that actually does want to be captured. Right. See, this is now I'm not going to be able to prove the dang point because the game's like, no, we're not going to let you get away with it. It's like, when I'm be annoyed. Right, come on. I don't want lift and drop. It's because I let it get too close to the ground and I'm not moving it from to the there we go, twitching. So it's twitching that it likes. Okay, twitching it will be then. No, I don't want lift and drop. Game. Oh, you kid! That was a European perch as well. It's like, come here. God dang it! I've actually had them jump out of the water just literally to get the bait, and I caught it. I was like, okay. Well, I say bait, I mean the lure. I have had them follow bait once before. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Like, what? Come on. Come on. I can see the tension just there going into blue. It's like, just bite it already. Pike can be one of the funniest fish to actually have on this game. And that's sweet. No. Come on. If I have to, I will go to St. Croix and I'll leave the episode there after being at St. Croix. Some people are like, well, on, and they're actually a bit, yes. Do I really want to go to St. Croix and lose a bait? It means a grind to sort everything else out again. Go to St. Croix, you know you can prove it was. It'll be a lot easier. You know what? Instead of us wasting time, you know, right. No, I'm not wasting time here. I'll go to a location where I'm gonna go and get it done. I should have saved myself some time and gone to St. Croix. I could just go to St. Croix and do it there. Why don't I just do St. Croix? It'll be a lot easier. Right. Right. Offload you. Offload you. Offload you. Right, Loki, where are you? There. Where's my reel for it? There. Right. And my line for my Loki is £22. Do I have it on me? No. Huh. Okay. It's definitely that one then. Fine, we're gonna have to go with that. Right, so it takes. Oh god, I've got to use a thicker dang thing. Right, so no, no, no. Optimal. Great. I'm gonna hate this. But Wes, it will be fun. No, it's going to be annoying. Medium spoon. Sink. That's the point. Right, let me put. Where is my titanium leader? Back on there. Right. To prove a point, I'm going to take this titanium leader off. I'm going to put on my free hook. I don't want to lose my pair float. Don't want to lose that. You know, use the X series. I've got two of them. So if I lose that, no worries, because I've got another one back here. I'm not losing that pair float, which I'll carry on me, because I like my pair float. Right, bait. I'm going to prove this, and I'm going to have to do it the dang annoying way. I've got 40,000. It's going to cost me 10,000 to get there. Yeah, so I need to buy some bait anyway. Where is my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? And then go for another lot. There we go. Right, so I should now have 242 shiners. Awesome. Right. This should be fine. Right. Right. Got the Loki on me. Got the Phoenix on me. Please help me. I ain't kidding when I say this. This part of the stream was for sure in my dream a few weeks ago, but a few weeks back, and I feel a deja vu a little. Yeah, when it comes to a Fission Planet, it can feel like a deja vu moment. I'm pretty sure I did this on part of a video where I was trying to prove, and I didn't. I just gave up. Here, I can prove it. I think because last time I actually tried proving it, I didn't have enough cash on me. Maybe, I think. Right. I am going to hate this. I am going to despise doing this, but I have to do this as proven it. I guess for Lesnar, because it's young Northern Pike, the teeth aren't as sharp, but it would have been through. Unfortunately, I've got to travel all the way up here, which is so annoying. I'm going to be annoyed if I lose this player float. I'm being serious. I'm going to be annoyed. I'll try and get it on the low key. I don't mind if I lose the medium spin because I've got an extra 4. Yeah. The other thing is, I can always change to the Patriot Walkers because I've got 2 of them on me. And I think I can get rid of one of the... Actually, what a Patriot... it's a light. Patriot Walker. There we go. Right. So as you know, for my Loki, I do not have a titanium leader on. Right, so this is going to work one of 2 ways. One, they're either going to bite it, or 2, they're going to literally just go, nope, and don't care about it. The Patriot Walker, they should take it. I swear our reality is digital or something weird like that. Ah, it's the annoying way to do this. God dang it, I hate doing this one. It's a walker, it's like a frog. I hate doing walkers. Because I never know when I get snagged. I think it would have been better off with a float. No, I got snagged. God dang it. God dang it. I should have brought a crankbait. It would have been a lot easier. I might actually have a crankbait on me. Oh, you kidding me? I missed it? God dang it. No, that's a snag again. Discard. I can't keep that. As much as I know it's part of the challenge, I just can't keep them. Come on, I'm going to prove this point. I've got to prove the point. You're kidding me? It took it, but didn't... There we go. Right, so as you can see, I've got a pike now caught onto my dang line. I don't want to fully bring it in without... Come on. I've done it so I can actually take the line out a bit. Simply I've got to lose this fish to... Dang. God dang it. I need it to take the line. Come on. Oh, come on, you shouldn't take this long to snap. Jesus crumbs, fish. Come on. So I did the drag up, it wouldn't as well. Oh, come on, this is a weak one, isn't it? Jesus crumbs, come on, just take the line. Just break already, please. Just break the line. God, don't tell me this fish is just too knackered. Are you kidding me? Oh, God dang it. Just come here then. Weak fish. God dang it. I will prove this point. I will prove this point. I will prove the dang point. Why don't I just change it to a crankbait? Would have been a bit easier. Guess my tension was a bit too low for it. Come on. And of course I'm filling up bloody things. Right, let's get... Where are we? Crankbait, here we go. Terminal is too light. I don't care if it's too light. I just want to make sure it does the job. Come on, we'll get this fish. Yeah, it is. So I don't want to lose this crankbait because it cost me to get this, but I'm going to have to do something just to try and... Oh, you know what? Come here, I don't care, right, we're just going to put down my thing and we're just going to go that way around. It's going to be the easy option. Right. We'll use this setup instead because I'm not wasting that, no. Right. Possible loss of pair float? Yes. Do I care a lot? Yes. That's the late game. Shouldn't take too long with this. I'm hoping it doesn't take too long. I know with a feeder it might be a bit quicker, but it should be pretty quick with a float rod as well. Should, anyway. You know what? Bugger it. As soon as I am here, I might as well just... I don't wanna fish with this rod, but I'm gonna have to at the same time. Right. There's no point me wasting time of not trying to catch. As long as one of them gets it, it's the main thing. Yeah, it's the right use of the word. It's the fact some people go, oh no, it doesn't happen like that. It's like, it is the reason why it happens, and just sadly, I do have to prove a point. And it got snagged. People are going to be like, why are you doing that for? I don't mean to, it's just I happen to just get snagged on an area which I don't want to get snagged on. It was definitely a 2 snag, a 2 real speed. I missed it. There we go. I'm going to have a good fight. And that's a trophy. Maybe it's a normal. It might be a trophy. Come on, Pike. You definitely copied it. No, it's a normal. £8. God dang, come on. Oh, that's good to hear. At least I'm making you laugh about what happened to it. Are you kidding me? I just moved that and the. Goddamn Pike was just staring at it like, I'm going to get it when it moves. I hate when they do that. It's like, great, thanks for that game. You just hide the Pike underneath, just looking at it going, I'm going to get you at some point. Just move 1 inch. Bam. Oh, you couldn't get it in time because you're re-getting your rod out. Oh, what a shame. Oh, it's like, for frick's sake, this game. I know the Patriot Walk, I can get them again next year anyway for free, so it's not too much of an issue. No, as much as I'd like to take the backlash with weeds, it's just not going to be worth it. And saying that, it probably was actually going to be worth it, actually. So I could try and hopefully snag the Golem Lore, then chuck it afterwards anyway. So it'll give me a chance to do it again. Come on, fish. Of course, I got snagged it again. How is it able to always get snagged to this? What's for the Golem Lore? Let's have a look. Oh. I could have actually had that now. I could have had the Golem Lore just for free. Bugger. Are you kidding me? It did it again. We must punish the pike that won't cooperate by turning them into better, less annoying fish. Yeah. Like I said, if I was using a controller, I could do this a lot easier. And of course, I get double snagged. Okay, if I get backlash or weeds again, I'm just going to have to keep them. I could throw the goddamn lure afterwards anyway. Just hopefully don't get the legendary fish, because if I do, I'll have to take the recording of this at the same time. Maybe I should record it just in case I accidentally do it. I'm like, hey, look, we got this done. Right, here we go. Fish isn't strong enough. I wonder if I can do the tension up. Oh, that's max tension. Okay, there we go. That's the standard for this rod. That's the max drag I can have for this rod. Come on, you gonna bite this or not? Come on, I've known you to do this to me, pike. Just bite. If you're gonna bite through it, bite through the dang thing. Don't toy with me, just bite it. Is it gonna bite through it or not? God dang it, pike. Usually by now you bit through this. Got a bit more of a chance to bite through. If you don't bite through, I'm gonna bring you fully in. Jesus crumbs, this thing just... This is going to be the one day where I just cannot prove it. And I'll bring them in, after the stream, I'll do some fishing. I'll forget that I've not got the leader on, and I'll lose the fish. I'll be like, God dang it. You going to bite through it or not? I think it's trying to say no. Look at that, it's saying no, 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 no. God dang it. Fine, I'll put you out your misery. Dang fish. That was a trophy as well. God dang it. Right. Let's see how many fish we can actually get before this thing breaks. I feel like my float rod's snagged. No, it's still moving. It's not snagged yet. Oh, are you kidding me? God dang thing. Either the pike liked it or poked his bears. Or the pike was being a typical pike. Yeah. You know what? The pike's just been annoying for me today. They just want to be a pain. It's the fact that I always go with titanium leader, and if I forget about them, that's when I end up losing them. And one time I actually tried to prove a point, I can't because it's like, nope. kidding me? I lost that one. God dang it. They're just being annoying. They are just being annoying. We'll blame the pike for everything on this one. Well, we'll blame the northern pike for not taking it and just proving a point that they will just bite through your line. Unless they've changed something in the game, from what I remember, they will still bite through your line. No, that's the lily. Don't want that. Huzzah! I can't say nice catch to the person who's got the unique white bass. Get it? Oh, bugger it. Bring this one in. Okay. So, anytime somebody catches a unique, I usually say nice one or nice catch or nice uni. Sometimes people don't read the chat part, but it's kind of a nice thing to say to people when they've caught a uni, because it's quite difficult on games to always get a unique fish. Not everyone thanks the person for it, but, you know. Before, you'd say it in the chat on game, people were like, thank you. These days, it not happens as much. Are you kidding me? Okay, what's going on with my float? Because by now my float should have had at least one bite. What's going on with you? That's too far over here. That's not far enough back. Now, let's make it more of a challenge. Let's actually throw my feeder out at the same time, because I need to get some money here now, and this is getting annoying. If I put more things out, it'll make things more awkward. I've got 2 rods without titanium leaders on. I've got 1 rod with the titanium leader on. Why are these coming in so easily with the Patriot Walker? Right, here we go. Oh, did I change the line on this one? Oh, no, I didn't change the line on this one. Oops. I've got to get braid for it. Or did I buy the braid and not put it on? I can't remember. No, I got the braid, but I've got it in my stash because the line's not low enough down yet to change it. Alright, this isn't going to go down because obviously it's not got what it needs on. Oh, I put too much power into that. That affected the reel a bit too much there. Right, there we go. Now, yeah, a normal day of fishing here on this game can usually take me about 2 hours. That's to fill my keep net. It can take me an hour, but usually on average it can take 2 hours to fill my keep net. So let's hopefully I don't spend 2 hours trying to get this pike to break my line. Just need to get... Are you kidding me? Again? Oh, there we go. Now I've got one. Is this going to be a fight or is this going to be an easy? God dang it, now we've got another fish as well. I'm not sure which one I want to try and get in the most. Yeah. I think that one's going to be more of a fighter. I was trying to save that one. Let's try and bring this one in. No! Oh, god dang it. See, this is the worst scenario. Right, let's get you in because you're going to be the easier one of the lot. Right. No, the dang tension on that one went. God dang it. God dang it. That's annoying. Come on. Break my line. Go on, break it. Come on. I know I don't need to reel at the same time when it's trying to drag the line out. Why have you not snapped my line yet? I haven't got a titanium leader on and you haven't snapped it yet. We did have a bit of a hypercode, Morse code there. That was just... I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I should have got that one in. God dang it. There's me mess around at the start. I shouldn't have messed around. That's my fault. God dang it. Lost a bait for that. Ugh. Right. Then again, it is my fault because I've got barbless hooks on the on them, so it makes it easier for them to get loose. Technically, the Patriot Walker they shouldn't have got loose from, or shouldn't be able to get loose from as easy. So I could have just held back a bit more, but yeah, well, it happens. It does happen though. Which one's gonna? Well, you've got your titanium leader on, so I'm not going to lose you that easily. Oh, see, now this is the type of fish I need on my line. See, now this one's a fighter. This is a trophy, I think. Why is it earlier I was fishing, I could not get a single trophy on my line, and now all of a sudden I'm getting trophies. So I'm way overdue a unique pike as well at this rate. But it's not taken my line to 200 yet, so it can't be the uni. It might just be underneath a small trophy. Are you being sneaky? Are you actually being a pretty good sized trophy? No. You're being a sneaky You're being a sneaky pike. That's what you're being. Come on. Come here, you. There we go. Got you turned around in time. Yeah, under a trophy. Just about. God dang it. I didn't think that'd happen. Right, come on. I hate doing I hate doing walker. Oh, just... Really? You come up to try and take it and then you run away. I noticed that last second that it was going to bite and it's like, yeah, no. God dang it. Seriously, you take it and then you... Ah! Why would you do this to me, game? I hit that and it gets rid of it. God dang it. I hate when fish do that. I just hate it when they do it. Oh, we're going to take it for just a moment. Whack. Yeah. Alright, you're walking into my net. God dang it. I got snagged. Really? Yeah. But Wes, you can't see when anything's happened behind it. No, I can't. Because unfortunately, the pike are on that side. If I had a canoe, it would take ages to swim up there. I could hire a boat, but I just don't really want to use a motorboat to get up there. It's too much of a pain. Come on. Jesus crumbs. Ah! Can't believe I'm trying to prove a point. Has my float rod got snagged? If that rod doesn't move by the time I get back in, I'm going to have to recast my float. I think that's got snagged in the lilies, which isn't good news. Well, that definitely got snagged. What did it get snagged on? Shell. Guessing that's the white shell. White shell? No, not white shell. Okay, just a normal shell. Right. Unsnagged. The only man I know that will try to prove a point that was an hour or two ago. Yeah, like I say, I want to try and prove the point, but it's just, I don't think it's going to blooming happen at this rate. You know, I'll have to try and just do it in a recording, I think, but at least I got quite a bit of fishing done. So I'll probably go for a little bit longer, and I'll call it the end of the stream. But, you know, made quite a bit of money by coming here. Still can't believe I've tried to prove a point, and I still can't prove it. Dang it. Like I said, I could try and get the Gollum law. It would be a bit easier to try and maybe... It just means trying to do the challenge again, and I've got to record for it, and it's... I think I might have to get myself snagged and get the Gollum law at this rate. It's just with the Gollum law, I can actually just get the distance, but if I accidentally get the monster fish, I'm in trouble. Because it means I'm like, yeah, I did it this way, and, yeah. Because you can only do the monster once. It's like, yeah, I don't really have the time to try and do it again. Or even do a new file for it all. It's like, yeah, no, it happened. The amount of grinding on this is insane. Like I say, the Christmas events I'll record at the same time, so when I do it, I'll be like, yeah, here we go, here's the part, done. Because I'm pretty sure I've still got the 2 Christmas main fish to get. I'm hoping anyway. Oh, now you want a button there, but you ain't. You've got the titanium leader on. God dang it. Oh, look, £10 fish. That's easy enough. Just loosen that a bit. Reset that. It should reset it. It still brings it a bit. God dang it. I'm going to have to reset the float. So annoying, I'm going to have to reset the float rod. God dang, I'm going to have to reset the float. There's no other choice, I've got to reset the float, because the float's going to get... Doing, 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 doing. There we go there. This is ridiculous. Really? God dang it. No! Why? Do I... God dang, just come in. Of course, the one time I don't want the fish to bite at the same time was just then. 2 fish bite at the same time. No! God dang it. That's why I don't really want to have my feeder up. I need my feeder up so I can get some coin in. Oh, and there's a £5 fish. God dang it. Just kill this shiner on me. Right, you there. You in. You out. And 4 people all in one location. It's like they're all huddled together going, don't blame me. Right. Come on. will get this line to snap. I will get this pike to bite through my line. Just to prove the fact that they will bite through. I missed it. God dang it. There's me looking at a line and not at the thing itself. I should actually wait a bit longer before I start pulling again. Go on, beat backlash. Go on. Nope. The time I was getting backlash with weeds. I don't get them on here. God dang it. Annoying. Oh well, it happens. Right, try it this way. But why don't you use your frog? Wouldn't that work? No, because I don't want to lose the frog when I've got it for free. Again, Patriot Walkers, I don't mind losing because I got them for free from the 4th of July event. It didn't cost me a single penny to get them. It does happen. Ah, jeez. Right, if it gets to the 4-hour mark of the stream, I'm just going to call it. And I'll have to just see if I get it in a recording. I'm not going to try again, but I will definitely put a recording going, proving a point why you need a titanium leader on your hook for. I just want to get this. Again, if I had the Golem Law, I'd have it a lot easier because they bite a lot easier on the Golem Law. But if I try using anything else, I'm just going to have a difficult time. Patriot Walker is the next best thing I can use at the minute. God dang it! And of course my feeder goes off yet again, more than my float. As much as I could probably use my feeder rod, it's just... You know, I'm just having a day where it's just going to go, no, we're not going to give you any problems today. We're just going to make sure you get the fish that you want at this location. We're not going to bite for your line today. Yeah, the other time, no. Stars and Spangles bit right through. I was not happy about that. Dang game. Right. Got less than 16 minutes now to try and prove this fact. Oh, well, I appreciate you being here. I've been having a great time. Been having fun fishing. And, you know, I do appreciate everyone who does come along to watch, you know, and have a chat with. You know, it just beats playing and sitting here being by myself, really, to be honest. Right, what do I get snagged on? But yeah, I hope you have a great December as well, and hopefully you have a great Christmas if I don't see you on the streams. But like I say, I'm always usually streaming on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be streaming something. Usually I do have an uploaded video almost once every day during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But unfortunately, it's just going to be Tuesdays and Fridays at the minute. Like I say, I've got to get a lot of recordings done and then try and edit them. Unfortunately, I am working at the minute, so it makes it a bit hard to always do a recording, do an edit, do an upload, and then work on the next one or work on the next lot. So instead of me just doing one bit, I'm just going to try and get a load of recordings done and hope for the best, to be honest. So once I've got a recording done of everything, there'll be a whole series there, and there'll be no missing parts. So I'll obviously get everything edited before I get it all uploaded. And I do hope that they will be a lot better. Well, it should be a lot better when we're doing it, because then there won't be any gaps in it, and you'll be like, where's the next part? We're missing so much. There we go, here's another fish. Are you actually going to take this time? And yet again, that person gets another unique fish. Oh, this one's actually standing its ground. This one's actually taking the line. This was actually taking my line. I'm going to be so annoyed because I think this is actually a unique fish. There you go. The line was bitten off. Table tackle lost. There. That proves the fact that it gets bitten off without a titanium leader. There we go. And that was actually probably a unique pike. There. I have now proved it. It's almost more fun than WT2 with the mod. Let's go. Yeah, so that's why you put a titanium leader on. Now, I do apologize for anyone who's watching, especially for the length of time. If you do not have a titanium leader on, that's what happens. Everyone else is going to say your line was bitten or your line was broken. That's because it broke through my dang line. Right, let me get my thing because I do not want to lose any of that lot. I don't care if I lose the bait, but I do care about my parts for the rod. But yes, so it bit the part off itself. Luckily, it didn't bite anything else off. That is why you have a titanium leader on when you're fishing for pike. Now, the amount of times I actually had brought a fish in without it taking it was luck. Right, I need to put on that one. There we go, that's back on. And for this one, I need to put on a 22.2. There we go. Yeah, so that is, again, one of the reasons why we put on a titanium leader, so the pike will not bite through that at all. Because as you saw with my feeder rod being out, the amount of fish it's had, not bitten. Obviously, my float rod I've been kind of lucky with it not biting it, so that is one of the reasons why you must always use a titanium leader. Took a bit of time to prove it. I guess they were like, oh, thanks, game. Now you let me have 2 of the bloody things. I don't know. If I went for the next one, I would actually have the lure, so I'll actually save that for a recording. I'll actually get the rest of the recording done. Because, as much as I could get the Gollum lure, I've got to prove a point, so I will have to junk all of them parts, unfortunately. Unless for some reason the game remembers it, then I'll be like, oops. No, it still remembers it. Great. Oh well, I'll just refer this to the video. At least I only need one to prove the fact that I can get it, so it'll be a shorter video than usual. Yay! Kill me now. Sorry, got to put it in there. But yes, like I said, I did prove the fact that if you don't use a titanium leader, that's the reason why. Always put a titanium leader on when you're fishing for pike, muskies, anything with goddamn teeth. I can imagine going after the shark and I forget to put a titanium leader on. People go, "You've got the titanium leader." I'm like, yeah, I know. Oh god, I'm dreading that. Saying that, same as you did ask about the shark leaderboard. Let us see. That's top ranked people. Right. Oh, fighter shark? Is that what they call it now? Let's have a look. It's not the person, it's actually the shark. That is what the shark looks like. Oh, it's the Amazon maze, okay. I thought they called it the bull shark. Apparently it's a fighter shark. I guess it's blind on one side. I guess that might be the monster, actually. That might be the monster shark, then. Huh, didn't realise that was the monster. I know they're the bull shark, but not monster shark. Huh. But yeah, well, that's gonna be a fight. But yeah, the weights get pretty insane. And unique Nile perch, and that's not even a monster. God damn. £447 worth of fish. Jesus crumbs. I'm dreading it already. 67. Level 60 player. Okay, so some people actually getting these are a lot lower level, but some people are probably paying to actually go to the location. You know, level 40 players going. Yeah, they're using DLC stuff for that. It's definitely a high level fish to go to the location to fish for, I should say. But yeah, anyway, we made 11,000 here. I'll do a bit more fishing and get my cash a bit more up. So when it comes to the Christmas events, I'm going to be all ready for it. So I'm gonna do a huge grind off camera now. I'll probably be back next Friday. I'll probably do it a bit earlier than as late as what I've done today, and we'll just do some fishing. We might just do some northern pike fishing, or we might go to some of the other locations and do some fish there. Or if needs be, I can have you guys with me, and we'll try and do a few of these in a recording. So I'll be recording this at the same time as doing them. So you guys can just laugh at me and go, "Oh my god, you're such an idiot. Why would you do that?" You know, even like doing them missions, you know. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully everyone has enjoyed themselves today. There is still a ton of side jobs that I've got to try and do on this, as you can see. And that's only just one thing. Brown trouts. And yeah, I've got to go after the monster fish, but I need to re-get the brown trout eggs because I had to throw them because I didn't do the recording for it. Surprisingly enough. But yeah, like I said, I'll do this off camera. Right, so obviously thank you to everyone for being here today. Obviously thank you to Demo Man from Team Fortress 2. Really do appreciate you for being here for the whole entire time. I really am grateful, and obviously having a great chat with you. Obviously thank you to Dr. Scroob for being in chat for a bit. I know you're here for a little bit, dude. Obviously thank you to who else has been on here. We had a Daniel Pearson. We also had a Patty Allen. And I'm pretty sure we might have had someone else. No, that's all we've had. Well, that's all the people who've been in chat, so I really do appreciate everyone for being here, and thank you so very much. If you did enjoy today's episode and I was able to help you out with a few of the things, you know, and you did like it, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Like I said, I do streams on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Obviously, Fridays I'll probably do Fish and Planet just during the December period. Saturdays I will try and have 2 videos or live streams out. It should be satisfactory. Jesus crumbs, I'm getting tongue-tied now. I'll try that one again. Satisfactory. There we go, got it that time. And then hopefully after that it should be some Generation Zero. Now if I don't do Satisfactory, it will be Medieval Dynasty. And then Sundays is going to be Medieval Dynasty, but if I don't have that, it will be Satisfactory. So it'll be a bit of a mix-up on Sunday and Saturdays. Between the two, it really depends what I get going. Obviously, at the minute, I'm only going to have a few uploaded videos during the week, which will be a Thursday and a Friday. So, Friday around about 5 o'clock, it is Fish and Planet, whichever mission I've done. And the Thursday is actually Ostrich. I don't know how to pronounce the game. It's a weird pronunciation, so I do apologise if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But yeah, so they're the games I've got coming out, either as live streams or videos at the moment. Hopefully the new year I will have quite a lot more videos coming out, as long as I get all the recordings done in time. But I do apologise if they're a bit late out, because unfortunately I do work, so all the recording time I have is on my days off or when I'm not working. But I do appreciate you guys for spending the time here with me. Anyway guys, hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of your day or your weekend, depending when you're watching this. If you watch the live stream, obviously it's kind of the weekday or the start to the weekend, so thank you to everyone for being here, and hopefully you have all enjoyed. Obviously, hopefully enjoy the rest of your week, month, year, special event, and special occasions. And obviously, Demo Man said Todd, so I guess I must have missed someone out here. So hopefully, if I have, oh yes, Todd Kelson, oh Kelso, sorry, Todd Kelso. Obviously, thank you, Todd Kelso, for also being here today. I really do appreciate you. Sorry, I missed the name. Usually, I'm pretty good. I'll double check again. Hopefully, I don't miss anyone. I don't like missing people out on the goodbyes. No, I definitely got everyone. So thank you for that one. Obviously, I do have some recordings. Jesus crumbs. I do have some videos of Fishing Planet which might explain a bit better on a few things that I haven't been able to explain fully today. And they are in the playlist. Top tips for getting set up with rods, how to set them up, best way to make some bait coin really early and easy in the game. So hopefully they help out. But if you do have any questions at any point, please put them down in the comment section down below. See, got on the line bitten. That's what everyone sees. Got off the line bitten off. So they also lost it because they didn't have a titanium leader and they must have been fighting Northern Pike. Again, that's the reason why. So they have to watch out. See, I do know these things. I'm not an idiot. I don't just have a beautiful face. Anyway, sorry. I'm tired and it's been a long day. Right. So anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed. And thank you so very much for being here. Anyway, as you all know, now guys, stay out of trouble because it's my job to be in trouble because I'm the one doing these fish. So you don't have to, and that sounded worse than what it should have been. Maybe I should rephrase that. Nah, it's fine. No, I will rephrase that. I'm the one who's catching these fish, guys, so you don't have to worry about food for tonight. Sounds a bit better. I'm an idiot. Yes. Anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for being here. And hopefully I'll see you soon. And hopefully, maybe in the future, maybe next year, we'll have some stuff sorted out with some other games. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your nights, guys, or days. See you later, and happy fishing. Bye!